Good evening from Surprise, Arizona. It's game time on YurView. Tonight's National High School Game of the Week features the Mesa Mountain View Toros and the Valley Vista Monsoon. Hello everybody, Chris Harris here along with former Dallas Cowboy and three-time Super Bowl champion Dale Hellestray. Now Dale, we are so happy to be bringing you the first YurView national broadcast of high school football on Cox Communications. And Dale, finally, high school football season is here.
And nothing says the opening of the high school football season more than 105 degrees and some humidity. Let's get it going.
And let's get it going with the national schedule for YurView this season. We got games from all across the country: Louisiana, Oklahoma, Omaha, Louisiana, Virginia as well. And we got two more Arizona games.
Looking forward to this schedule. It's a dynamic schedule around the country. Should be fun for our viewers.
Well, tonight's game features the Mountain View Toros. They've won 8 state titles in their history, the most big school Arizona history, and they haven't won one, though, since 2002.
Yeah, it's been a while since they won a state championship, a storied program trying to get back on track again.
And Mike Fell is the head coach for Mountain View in his second year with the Toros. He came over from Ohio, where he was the head coach for a long time. If he gets a victory here tonight, it'll be career victory number 200.
Talking to him before the game, he said that scrimmage that they did last week taught them a lot. They become a lot better in 1 week. They're expecting big things this season.
Offensively, the Toros are led by their junior wide receiver, Jacoby Dinwiddie. This guy's a big-time playmaker, and the college recruiters are all over this guy.
You're talking about a tall, rangy receiver who, once he catches a ball, is not afraid to lower his shoulder and go for the extra yards. He's a complete package. Remember, he's only a junior, looking for a really, really nice year. You see the numbers from last year, a fantastic season, looking for more of the same this year.
And he's got numerous offers from Pac-12 schools as well. Take a look now at Valley Vista. They're led by their head coach, Josh Seacotch. In his 6th year, he's led the Monsoon to the playoffs 4 of the last 6 years.
They built a nice program over here. They continue to get better facilities, more money's put into the program. He's excited for this season, looking forward to trying to take that next step.
The guy who makes the offense run for the Monsoon is the senior running back, Ray Baccaro. This guy's only 5'8", 185 pounds, but he is a wrecking ball.
He has not practiced a whole lot the last couple weeks. Little soreness, lower body soreness. Plus, you know what? You carried the ball almost 200 times last year. You don't have to take a lot of hits getting ready for this season.
All right, when we come back, Sidney Carriel down on the field. We'll take a look at the Mountain View football dynasty. You're watching Game Time on YurView. We'll be back in just a moment.
With Cox High-Speed, refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop Cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value. At Circle K.
I do a lot of online shopping. I read a lot of reviews. Read the reviews on Sanderson Ford. I think you'll be pleasantly pleased. Everybody that's come through there is extremely excited when they walk out of Sanderson Ford, and I think if you go and look at their reviews, it's going to tell you that they're first-class service. They go out of their way above and beyond to make that customer happy, and you couldn't ask for any better company than Sanderson Ford.
Ford, America's best-selling brand. Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
The YurView Game of the Week is sponsored locally by Sanderson Ford. The best play is at Sanderson Ford. By Jack in the Box. Check out our $3.99 Big Chicken Sandwich. AAI. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. By Red Devil Italian Restaurant. Family owned since 1960. Circle K. It's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. By Valle Luna. Proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona. Phoenix Children's Hospital. Arizona's best children's hospital. And by Takis. Face the intensity.
Welcome back, everybody. It's game time on YurView, National Game of the Week here in Arizona between Mountain View and Valley Vista. Let's now head down to the sidelines in Sydney. Carriel.
Thanks, Chris and Dale. Mountain View had a dynasty back in the day from 1978 until 2006, winning 8 state titles. They're trying to get back to that winning mentality, and in fact, they had 3 undefeated seasons. 4 out of their 8 state titles were coached by legendary head coach Jesse Parker, and his tradition and his winning is still in the minds of these Toros. Now, Dale, you actually played in the 1978 state title championship against Coach Parker and these Toros. What did you think of the game?
You know, you talk about Jesse Parker and what Mountain View meant to high school football in Arizona. I still remember how tough, hard-nosed, and disciplined they were all the way back from 1978.
Things have not changed.
They have not changed
I
much.
bet.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's now, thank you so much again there, Sydney, for the time. We'll see you
Thanks,
here
guys.
later on in the broadcast. Let's now take a look at the keys to tonight's game here between Mountain View and Valley Vista.
Well, obviously, when you have the first game of the season, no preseason games, you wonder about first game under the lights. Both teams have scrimmaged. First-year quarterbacks, how are they going to respond to the bright lights? And then the matchup, I'm excited to see Dinwiddie versus Hunter. Hunter will be following Dinwiddie all around the football field tonight, trying to shut him down.
And when we come back, it's kickoff between Mountain View and Valley Vista. You're watching Game Time on YurView. It's the National High School Game of the Week from Arizona.
3 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 1 2.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by Jack in the Box. Check out our $3.99 Big Chicken Sandwich. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation all fall long, only on YurView.
When the day turns into night, my hash browns turn into my new $3 Munchie mashups. Crispy hash browns, tasty white cheese, mashed up with your choice of savory egg and bacon, buffalo chicken and ranch, or jalapenos and bacon. Each for just $3. Why? Because everything gets more interesting at night. Vampires wake up, werewolves come out, and the boogeyman gets his boogie on. So try my delicious $3 Munchie mashups and keep the party going until the sun comes up. Ooh, $3 Munchie mashups from Jack in the Box.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y.
Whoops.
Talkies. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best play is at Sanderson Ford. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation, all fall long, only on YurView.
And we are set for kickoff here in Surprise, Arizona. The YurView Game of the Week. Mountain View and Valley Vista. Valley Vista is set to kick off, and we are underway. It's going to be a short kick fielded by Jacoby Dinwiddie for the Toros. Tries to find a seam right side, spins out of a tackle before it gets gathered up by the Monsoon. And Dale, we got some football, and we are underway here.
First game of the season. Special teams are going to play a big part of this. Obviously, new quarterbacks, see how the offenses are going to respond. Both coaches seem really confident in these new signal callers. You see the Mountain View offense right there. Strong offensive line. Tate Mosher, the left tackle, the best of the bunch.
You mentioned Jacoby Dinwiddie, the big playmaker for the Toros, but another big story here for Mountain View is that man right there, the quarterback for the Toros. Gets it out wide, Dinwiddie. Nice pickup there for the Toros. Brandon Nunez, the quarterback, a junior, 6'5", 208. He suffered season-ending injuries to a collarbone his first 2 years. This is really his first season of high school football, and it's happening on the varsity level as a junior. Handoff inside. Short gain for the Toros by the senior running back, Dean Yamada.
Not going to be able to a whole lot of analysis on these plays. Mountain View is going to get up, and they're going to get a lot of plays run, try and wear down this Monsoon defense. 1st and 10
for the Toros. Nunez rolls right, looks right, has his receiver, and bouncing off the would-be tackler is number 34, Devin Waite. As we now take a look at that Valley Vista Monsoon defense.
Talked about cornerback Trevion Hunter. He's going to be following Jacoby Dinwiddie all over the field. It's going to be a 10-man zone, and Hunter on Dinwiddie. Fun matchup to watch.
Nunez drops back, tries to find Dinwiddie, falls incomplete. Nunez, the junior quarterback, his father, Edwin, is a former Major League Baseball pitcher. So he's got the athletic genes working on his side.
Well, you know, I asked Coach before the game, Coach Fell, and I said, any nerves about a first-time starter leading your offense? And he said, you know what? The guy's got it in his genes. He's 6'5", 210 pounds with a strong arm. I have the ultimate confidence in him.
2nd down and 10 for Mountain View from their own 48. Outside, Dinwiddie cuts it up before it gets brought down by number 3, Brendan Blanchard, the junior safety.
Well, and you're going to get some of these athletic offensive linemen out and about. I want you to watch right here. This is Aaron Pico. He's going to get out there and lead the way. Nice down block right there by Tate Mosier, the guy we talked about being their best offensive lineman.
Pass down the field. Big completion for the Toros. Jacoby Dinwiddie hauls it in. Big play for Mountain View. Pick up 27.
Really nice throw by Nunez. I mean, he's throwing over the linebackers that are underneath. Starts with protection up front, but then when you have a 6'4" target, look at all the Monsoon defenders around Dinwiddie, still able to come down with the football.
Handoff, Yamada. Big pickup and a nice job there by the offensive line, helping out the senior running back.
The one thing Coach Fell said he found out from that scrimmage last week against Mountain Point was the fact that you run so many plays throughout the spring, in the summer, and sometimes you start to take them for granted and you're not paying attention to detail. Well, they paid attention to detail since that scrimmage. He feels they have improved tremendously.
Mountain View, they're running that high tempo Texas Tech air raid offense. You notice the no huddle, but not necessarily a hurry up. Dinwiddie didn't look that one all the way in. Falls incomplete.
Well, the one thing you notice about this Mountain View offense is they're going to make you defend the entire field. You see plays going to the left, down the middle, out to the right. You're going to make those Monsoon defenders cover 52 yards sideline to sideline.
Big play here, 3rd and 1 from the Valley Vista 14-yard line. Handoff inside, Devin Waite, 1st down, Toros and more. Nice job there by Waite, picking up a couple extra yards.
Nice job up front by that offensive line. They run a little counter play. You're going to pull that backside guard and tackle. Nice kick out there by Aaron Pico. Nice vision by the running back, and you pick up the 1st down.
10th play of the opening drive of the season for Mountain View, as Nunez airmails his intended target, Tate Allen. Allen is a senior wide receiver. He's drawing some interest from Wyoming and Ripon College from Wisconsin. It's in his 3rd year on the varsity level for the Toros. It's going to bring up 2nd down and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. Handoff, Yamada fights a couple of tackles and gets it down just inside the 5. Yamada coming off an injury. He broke his right foot during the offseason, but he told me he's fully healthy and ready to go.
Watch the center, Ryan Taylor, right here, do his block back. Right there, look at the size of that hole. You talk about that dive play Mountain View runs. They wanted the running backs to be getting the ball closer to the line of scrimmage. You can see why it works so well.
3rd and goal. Nunez tries to find a receiver, tucks it, runs a touchdown, Mountain View. What a great athletic play by the junior quarterback. And the Toros score on their opening drive of the season. The quarterback, Brandon Nunez, with the 5-yard touchdown run.
When you get down inside the 10-yard line, the field shrinks. Good protection to start, but those windows become very, very small, and you have to get that ball out of your hands quickly. You also have to be able to run the football down here if you're going to be successful.
Coming on for the extra point is Kevin Ryan. The left-footed boot is up and good. And Mountain View Toros are on the board first. We're going to step aside for a quick break. Toros 7, Monsoon 0. You're watching Game Time on YurView, National High School Game of the Week from Arizona.
Tonight's Game Time Timeout is brought to you by Circle K. It's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation, all fall long, only on YurView.
Ford was the only company that we really wanted to go with. Their reputation, the credibility that they have, Sanderson has that. Sanderson Ford does a really good job with their start team. They got with each one of my kids and sat in the car with them, went over every detail of the car. And for them to take the time with each one of my kids and go over every little detail in the car, that's pretty unique.
Ford, America's best-selling brand. Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Welcome back to Surprise, Arizona. National Game of the Week. The Mesa Mountain View Toros opening drive of the game. Nunez with the 5-yard touchdown run, and the Toros lead 7-0.
Talk about a balanced attack. We talked about this offense making you defend the entire field. 6 throws, 6 passes, 44 yards. Throwing the football 30 yards, rushing 3 of 3 on 3rd down. And if you're the Monsoon, that's where you got to be kicking yourself a little bit, saying, hey, we get them into 3rd down. We got to get this offense off the field.
Take a look at Kevin Ryan, the seed kicker for the Toros. Also plays soccer at Mountain View, a forward and midfielder. He's drawn some interest from Ripon College in Wisconsin. 4-year varsity performer for Mountain View. Sends it deep. A returnable ball, though. It's going to be Travion Hunter. And he gets stacked up at about the 20-yard line. And here's your YurView Game Time offense for Valley Vista.
Left tackle Dallas Pena is Valley Vista's best offensive lineman. Ray Baccaro obviously has to have a big night tonight running the football for this Valley Vista offense to click. And then you look at the quarterback, Antonio Gomez, going to have to keep this defense honest.
So the Monsoon will take over from their own 21-yard line. Shotgun formation. The junior quarterback, Tony Gomez, hands it off. Check that, keeps it for himself. A nice pickup there by Gomez.
Really nice job by Gomez there. He was a receiver, moved to quarterback. Good size, 6'1", 170 pounds. Another one of those juniors with a bright future ahead of him. Nice read on that play as Mountain View had 2 guys up and both A-gaps blitzing on the first play of the game.
Talked to Tony earlier in the week. He said he's extremely excited. The biggest challenge for him going from wide receiver to quarterback is being able to read the defenses and make quick decisions. And Ray Baccaro gets stacked up by that Toro defense on his first carry of the season. We take a look at that Toro defense.
See, last season, 20 sacks, 17 interceptions, 8 fumble recoveries. I think they'd like to ratchet up those turnovers, a little more pressure on the quarterback, and that's what most coaches will say. You have got to get pressure on the quarterback. Can't allow him to stand in one spot and throw the football.
Jeremy Holland, the junior middle linebacker, led the Toros in tackles last season with 85. Got to keep an eye on here. Mountain View's defense. 3rd and 1 for the Monsoon. Gomez rolls right. Looks for a receiver, but he's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Big play there by the Mountain View defense.
Really nice job on contain there by that Mountain View defense. I like the idea of the play. Get your athletic quarterback on the edge, give him a run pass option, but look at all those white jerseys making sure that Gomez cannot break, contain, and pick up that first down.
Great job there by the Toros defense, getting a 3 and out. Devin Dahl in to help make that stop. And we've got a penalty flag.
Talk about an illegal substitution. That might be an automatic first down.
And here's a look at tonight's officials. Bob Shreves, David Hyams, Johnny Price, Dan Noli, and Aaron Hockley. Your AIA referees for tonight.
Well, that Hockley name certainly sounds familiar.
I think there's a Hockley at every level of football.
Well, that's got to be frustrating for your Mountain View. Your defense gets that 3 and out you talked about, and then you have an illegal substitution on your special teams. We talked about special teams, first game of the year. There are going to be some mishaps there, but you don't want them to cost you a first down.
And another penalty flag. And it's the first game of the season for everybody. Bob Shreves, microphone, not working at the moment. There's a good look right there at Valley Vista head coach, Josh Seacock. Inside handoff to Aiden Cunningham, sophomore running back.
Thing you have to look at is when you're this Valley Vista offense, those penalties, they don't seem like much, but boy, if you want to stay ahead of the chains, all of a sudden you start off for 1st and 15, it just makes it so difficult to pick up first downs.
And especially we got a quarterback, Dale, his first year at the varsity level, and speaking with Coach Seacock, he has a quarterback and 4 wide receivers that have never played varsity football until tonight. Gomez rolls right, looks for Baquero, cannot find a connection, falls incomplete.
Well, that's the thing you talk about. You have a quarterback who hasn't thrown a pass. They don't have a wide receiver who's caught a varsity football pass yet. And so you have things in your mind of how you think it's going to go and how they're going to respond, but you don't ever know how a high school football player is going to respond the first time those bright lights go on.
And Valley Vista, Dale, also has a new center here tonight. Nick Campos at center for the Monsoon. Just another wrinkle Valley Vista's offense is needing to deal with here this evening. 3rd and 11. Gomez drops back, throws it down the middle of the field, looking for his intended receiver, Chad Rolfe. A little out of his reach.
Again, it's all going to start with protection. Pretty good protection to start this playoff for Tony Gomez. Just Mountain View drops into a deep zone, not wanting to give up the big play, and a lot of white jerseys around there. Would have been an absolutely perfect throw, but he had a chance. I think it's something that you can build on if you're Josh Seacock and this coaching staff for the Monsoon.
And it's Daniel Villegas back to punt for the Monsoon. Gets it away cleanly. It's going to go out of bounds, though. Great field position here for Mountain View. The Toros will start from their own 43-yard line. Take a look at the stats from Brandon Nunez's first drive. 3 of 6, 44 yards.
Really nice job, and remember, they picked up 3 first downs on that drive. You see him drop back. Nice strong arm, drops it into traffic. This time looking for some running room, punches it in the end zone. Nice job by this Mountain View offense.
1st and 10 Toros from their own 43. Nunez has time, finds room to run. Pickup of 7 before he is brought down by Alex Zacek.
So frustrating for a defense. You know, you're trying to cover up a pretty talented wide receiving group. You have Dinwiddie covered for the most part. And now you have to be concerned with the quarterback Nunez tucking the ball and running. Just another added element you have to defend.
Handoff, Yamada finds another hole. 1st down Toros. This offensive line is just blowing off the Valley Vista defensive front.
Really nice job. You can tell that they like to run that counter play. Takes a little bit longer to develop, but looks like Yamada feels very comfortable. He has good vision, as we've talked about. He can get out there in open spaces, but he's not afraid to lower that shoulder and fight for a few extra yards.
Nunez pumps, looks down the field, has a receiver, Dinwiddie. Just can't find the connection, but a great job there defensively by the Valley Vista cornerback, Travion Hunter. And Dale, you touched on it off the top of the broadcast. Hunter will be following Dinwiddie on the field all night long.
Tried to get him on a double move, a little stop and go, and Hunter didn't bite. Stride for stride. Really nice throw, but even if he would have caught it, he was out of bounds.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Toros from the Valley Vista 45. Yamada's going to gain a couple before Zacek and company were able to stop him.
Well, this offensive line, Mountain Views, you got Mosier at 282 and Jeremiah Cat 268. They're the 2 tackles, and then a little bit smaller, more athletic inside, going 226 is Pico. Garcia's 226, and then Taylor is at 250, the center.
3rd and 8. Great job there by Valley Vista's defense to recognize the play and coming in to get the sack for the Monsoon, Daniel Villegas.
Well, this is all because Alex Zacek, you watch him over here, he's going to be coming. They're trying to get a screen over here. Watch Zacek, number 44, grab onto the intended receiver, smelt out the screen, nowhere to go with the football. Tremendous football awareness by this Monsoon defense.
So great job by Valley Vista. Mountain View had great field position to open the drive, but the Monsoon defense steps up, makes the stop, forcing Mountain View to punt. Kevin Ryan back to punt for the Toros. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for the 1st down. Working the sidelines. Let's see where they mark him. Toros sideline likes to think that they're going to get the 1st down, but the officials say otherwise. Interesting play call there by Mountain View head coach Mike Fell.
You know, you catch him off guard, man. It didn't look like there was anything over there. He's just going to tuck the ball down, run over here. You have motion going over here, trying to draw their eyes. Couple lead blocks. Looks like there's enough Monsoon players over there. Ducks outside. Went out of bounds just before the 1st down marker. Punt from your 50-yard line. How good is your punter putting the other team inside the 10-yard line? Sometimes, you know what? Go for it. You almost got it. Guess what now? Every team that plays Mountain View has to work on a fake punt.
Great job there by Valley Vista's defense, but fumble in the backfield, scooping it up. It's going to be a touchdown for the Toros. And getting the play for Mountain View is Jeremiah Holland. Touchdown, Mountain View. What a turn of events.
Always want to fall on the football. This play looked doomed from the start. Just a little pitch out to the left. Maybe a little bit high. Maybe you're taking your eyes off the ball if you're Ray Picaro. Then a number of players have a chance to fall on the football. And as you said, Holland scoops it up, runs it into the end zone.
Jeremiah Holland A huge play there for Mountain View. A scoop and score for the Toros. Kevin Ryan on for the extra point. It is up and good. Mountain View now leading Valley Vista 14-0. And what a terrific start here for the Toros.
You see the pitch a little high and behind Baquero. Bunch of guys having an opportunity and being aware. Used to be in high school football not too long ago where you couldn't advance the football. You can now. Way to be aware. Know you had a bunch of your buddies right behind you. Scamper into the end zone.
Holland is a terrific athlete. He's a wrestler as well. Finished state runner-up at 190 pounds last season. This past summer, he finished 7th in the freestyle national championships, and he also wrestled Greco-Roman, where he lost in the first round to an All-American. And speaking with him last week, Dale, he said, as far as college goes, wrestling, football, he doesn't care. He just wants to get a scholarship in one of those sports. He loves both sports, and it's a great combination with the wrestling and football. You got the balance, you got the competition, the aggression, and he said all of that translates to the football field from wrestling.
It is, if you're going to talk about two sports that go hand in hand, wrestling and football, just because of those things you talked about, balance, toughness, fighting through things, all those things make you a good wrestler. They make you a good football player.
2:28 here in the first quarter. Ryan kicks it away. Valley Vista, number 20, Dorian Singleton, is going to try to find a hole up the middle. Singleton, a terrific return. He is the fastest player on the Monsoon team, showing some of that speed there on the return.
Well, let's see if this offense can get on track a little bit. You know, a couple of things that Coach Seacock had to say before the game. You see the kickoff return, great vision, bounces it, realizes he can't get all the way outside. Let me get upfield and get another 8-10 yards. But he said, hey, we have to stay on the field offensively. Well, we have to give our defense a rest. We need to keep drives alive, and that's something they have not been able to do here in the first quarter.
Tony Gomez and company trying to change that. Inside handoff to Baquero, slips through a tackle, runs over another defender. First down, Monsoon, a pickup of 13 for Ray Baquero.
5'8", 185 pounds, ran for over 1,200 yards last year, 15 touchdowns. Low center of gravity. Again, you see the vision. A hole opens up right in the middle, but then watch this vision. Running through contact, bounces it outside, and then you know what? I'm going to lower my shoulder and pick up 3 or 4 more yards.
And that's one of the things that Coach Seacock mentioned about Baquero. He just absolutely loves contact. In fact, he's trying to get him to not run over so many defenders. He's got to make him last the entire season.
Well, they're trying to measure his practice time and things like that. You're going to take as many hits as Baquero's going to do. You don't need to do it in practice, that's for sure, but you can see why they love this kid here at Valley Vista.
Big game last year against Cibola. In talking with Baquero, Dale, he squats over 500 pounds at 5'8", 185 pounds, and he benches 345. Guy is a ball of muscle. Gomez eluding 3 or 4 tackles. Great job there to avoid the loss of yardage there by Gomez.
I think every white jersey had a shot at Gomez on that play.
Here's tonight's injury report. Everybody's pretty healthy there for Mountain View, and Dale, as you just mentioned about Ray Baquero for Valley Vista, he's got a little soreness in that knee, and we've seen him make some nice runs here in the first quarter.
He has this offense, obviously the offensive line getting in a little bit of rhythm, Baquero getting a little bit of rhythm, and let's see if they can't string together a few first downs.
3rd and 3 for the Monsoon from the Mountain View 43. Gomez going to keep it. Nice job of tackling there by Alex Talamontes. And that will bring an end here to the first quarter. In on the tackle, there is Devin Dahl for Mountain View. And after one quarter here at Surprise, Arizona, it is Mesa Mountain View leading the Monsoon by a count of 14-0. You're watching Game Time on YurView, the National High School Game of the Week from Arizona. Second quarter when we come back.
With on.
Come on, buddy, you can do it. Oh, man, this is still going to be on. Oh!
Looking for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
Game Time on YurView, Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Valley Vista, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona.
If you want better opportunities in your life and your current job is taking you nowhere, you can look through the classified ads for a better job. You can apply for jobs that are out there, or you can call us at AAI and get the career training you need for a career you'll love.
A job is a short-term solution, but real change happens in your life when you're in a career that offers you satisfaction and rewards. Why just work at a job when you can build a strong foundation for a career you can be passionate about?
Check us out at aai.edu or call now.
Welcome back, everybody. Game Time on YurView, National High School Game of the Week, coming to you from Surprise, Arizona. And it's the visiting Mountain View Toros leading the Valley Vista Monsoon 14-0, but it doesn't put a damper on the Valley Vista cheerleading squad. They're excited for the season to be underway, just like we are.
We are very excited as the summer turns to fall and the leaves change colors and falling to the ground and the crisp air.
What part of the country are you in?
I don't know. I think I was just dreaming about it.
We are a couple months away from that here in Arizona. Valley Vista set to punt. And it's a great punt there. Ball's going to trickle out of bounds at the Mountain View 7-yard line. And that is where the Mountain View offense will take over, led by their quarterback, Brandon Nunez. Let's take a look at the total yards there in the first quarter. Big advantage there for the Toros.
They picked up some first downs. You saw in that last drive, the Monsoon able to punch out a couple first downs. You could tell that they were more comfortable running the football. Talked about that offensive line, and they're going to need to do that again. We talked about this defense. The numbers just aren't there for Valley Vista as far as numbers of able bodies to continue to run out there, especially on a warm night.
Toros take over from their own 7, 1st and 10. Nunez fakes the handoff, has room on the right side, picks up the first down. Nice job there by Nunez. And talking with Mountain View head coach Mike Fell about his junior quarterback, he said he reads the defense as well. He moves very well, does a great job of sliding the pocket to buy himself some time, and we saw that right there, and also in a scoring run in the first quarter.
You can see his composure. Again, good blocking up front. Nobody in his way for 4, 5, 6 yards, and then he does the rest.
The officials mark him just short of the first down, bring up 2nd and 1. Check that, it is a first down, the markers indicate. Dinwiddie out in the flats, tries to find some room to run, but he just finds a bunch of black jerseys waiting for him.
We talked about Trevion Hunter, the 5'9", 170-pound senior, best cover guy on the Valley Vista Monsoon defense, going to track Dinwiddie wherever he goes, and Mountain View trying to counter that, putting Dinwiddie in the slot. A little harder to cover him in there man-to-man.
And talking to Coach Seacock about Hunter, he said he's very athletic, competitive, fast, and he can turn his hips very, very well. Nunez scrambling once again. He's going to be marked down.
Runner was down. And an outstanding tackle by number 34.
Let go of that ball a little quick. The Monsoon thought they had a fumble there, but a good coverage downfield. Valley Vista only rushing 4 guys, so you're dropping 7 into coverage. A couple times now, been nowhere to go with the ball for Brandon Nunez. This time they're able to get to him.
You look at Alex Vocek. Had a pair of sacks in their first-round playoff game last year against Perry. 3rd and 9. Nunez sliding around in the pocket, right side. Incomplete. Nice job there by Travion Hunter, and the Valley Vista defense going to force the Toros to punt.
Talking about that 4-man rush, and can you get Nunez off his spot, able to get him off that spot? Ball sails out, a little wobbly and high. One thing we haven't talked about between Hunter and Dinwiddie, Hunter's only 5'9" tall. Dinwiddie's at least 6'3". So doing my quick math, that's at least 6 inches that Hunter's giving up to Dinwiddie.
Is that like half a foot? Or something like that?
Close.
Kevin Ryan back to punt for the Toros. Gets it away cleanly. Gets the nice roll. Hunter thought about picking it up, decided to back off. The Toros get the nice roll. A 50-yard punt for Ryan, as you see his numbers from last year.
See that long of 62, and it's amazing how many times, and again, Hunter, a fantastic athlete, thought about on the run trying to catch that, then thought second time of picking it up. It's amazing how many times when a punt returner allows the ball to hit the ground that you give up 15 to 20 yards of field position.
And Ryan was first-team all-region last season. Inside handoff to Baquero. He gets bottled up by that Toro defense. Baquero drawing some interest from Ripon College in Wisconsin, as well as Scottsdale Community College. Jeremiah Hullum is in on the tackle for Mountain View.
Interesting to see these Valley Vista kids. A lot of them, you look at Dallas Pena, he's still got a baby face, size 16 feet. He is still growing. And so are the major colleges going to come after him? No, but maybe a year junior college or a gray shirt year, kid can be a beast.
And he's only 16 years old, Dale. Very, very young player as well. In on the tackle, and a great job there is Alex Talamontes, the junior. Nice one-on-one tackle by Talamontes.
And here we come up with another 3rd down for Valley Vista. Can they keep this drive alive, keep that defense over there? I know a lot of people are going, well, a lot of these kids go both ways. Believe me, it's more taxing to play defense than it is to play offense.
Valley Vista 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They have not completed a pass either here this evening. We got a flag down. This might be long shot down the field. Tries to find Dorian Singleton. Goes incomplete. Let's see what the penalty flag is for.
I think they're going to get holding on the left tackle. Just talked about Pena, the young kid, and at least that's where the flag was dropped as Gomez was standing in the pocket.
Hold. 72 on the offense. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
We got the microphone of Bob Shreves working here.
Going to watch him right over here. Let's see what happens at the end of this play. Does a little rip, does a little throw down. Yeah, even as an offensive lineman, I can't defend that call.
And you would do everything in your power.
Oh, and I'll
to
embellish
take care of the big guys.
And I'll embellish a little bit, but a 2-point takedown, they're usually going to get you, especially with that official standing right there.
You know what would have been impressed with that is the Mountain View linebacker, Jeremy Holland. Big-time wrestler. Nice bounce there for Valley Vista. Trying to fall on it was number 10 for the Toros, McKay Barney, but coming up with the recovery. A huge, huge special teams play for the Monsoon, Chad Rolfe. So we've now had 2 big special teams plays, 1 for each side.
We talked about special teams early in the football season. Okay, so you don't catch it, you need to get away from it. There's no reason to fall on the ball right here. You're not saving your team any yards, and that's something that, guess what, in week 3 or 4 or 5, you're not going to do.
And that is just the type of play that Valley Vista needed to get a little shot in the arm and try to get things going here.
They do, and you can tell there's a bunch of white jerseys that are hitting McCarroll every time he touches a football. And if I'm that coaching staff for Mountain View, I'm going to say, well, can Tony Gomez beat us? Let's make him throw the football a little bit and see if he is the one who can beat us.
Hey guys, make a pass for me. Make a pass.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7:45 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestrate. Game time on YurView here in Arizona. Ray McCarroll gets bottled up. Great presence by the Toros, number 79, making the stop for Mountain View.
Javier Cruz, I would suggest that somebody maybe put a helmet on him because he came right up the middle. It's going to show up right in your screen. Watch right here, watch right here. I would suggest you might want to block him because Mountain View again blitzing, because right now there is no threat at all of a pass down the field.
3rd and 11, and the Monsoon have yet to complete a pass here this evening. Let's see if Tony Gomez and company can get it done right here. Taking a shot to the end zone. Going to the corner. It looks like it's going to be pass interference as they try to get the ball to the wide receiver, Elijah Shoemate. Looks like the penalty is going to be on Mountain View's McKay Barney.
Throw the ball, let one of your guys go and try and make a play on it. And boy, guess the contact came right before the ball got there. When you're in the end zone and you're all alone.
3rd down.
Remember, in high school football, it's not a spot foul.
This will be 3rd down once again for Valley Vista. 3rd and 3. Big play here for the Monsoon as they trail 14-0.
I'll talk to you. Let me get a time.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Monsoon calls the timeout.
I think they're wondering, what was it, 3rd and 10? Was it 3rd and 11? Well, I don't know what an 8-yard penalty is, unless they're saying it's half the distance to the goal inside the 20-yard line. But I think that's what has Valley Vista's coaches upset.
That must be what they're calling for. As we now take a look at the Arizona top 10 in the 6A division, which is the highest class here in Arizona. Dale, it's the defending champs at the top. Chandler, followed by Mountain Point, Perry, Red Mountain.
Fun to see some different names up there. Obviously, Chandler, Mountain Point, perennially good. Fun to see a Perry and a Red Mountain and a Pinnacle up there right now. Be interested to see how the season unfolds. These rankings are always fun to talk about, but nothing really matters till you're holding up the gold ball. Last game of the season.
And we will see most of those teams this season right here on YurView. And actually, Chandler will take on IMG Academy this Saturday. Big national matchup. IMG Academy, number 2 in the country. Chandler, number 7. 3rd and 3. Gomez fakes the handoff, keeps it right side, cuts it in, and it's going to be a 1st and goal for Valley Vista. Nice job there by the quarterback, Tony Gomez.
Really nice job. It's a little read. You're going to fake the handoff here. Watch how many white jerseys bite on that fake, and yet there's still a white jersey or two that you have to elude. Nice job by your number 4, Chad Rolfe, getting out there and throwing a lead block.
One of the things Valley Vista head coach Josh Seacock said about Gomez, he's very athletic, very mobile. Showing some of those attributes there. And Beccaro up the middle, not much there.
Not much there, but a lot of white jerseys. Obviously keen on him. He's tried to find the crease. He might even be shaking his head a little bit, say, hey, coach, I'm tough, and I'm strong, and I can bench, and I can squat. But there's about 11 white jerseys flying at me.
Well, it's Valley Vista here, calling in the play. Let's see what they can come up with. .5:20 remaining here. 2nd and goal. Beccaro left side, tries to break it to the outside. He's going to get in for the touchdown, but there's going to be a hold on the play against Valley Vista. This is coming back.
And this is one that I might argue a little bit. Chad Rolfe is going to get called for holding right on the edge where all the officials' eyes go as the ball's going around the end.
Hold, number 4, 2nd down.
Personal foul.
Going to bounce it outside this time, and watch right at the top of your screen right here. And what you have to do, especially as a receiver, you feel the defender try to separate. You've got to let go of that cloth. It's just too easy for the officials to see.
Well, costly penalty there for Valley Vista. Their offensive coordinator, Jay Mankey, dialed up a play that was a touchdown, but was brought back. Try once again with 4:40 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and goal for the Monsoon. From the 14-yard line, and another whistle. Going to be another timeout here.
Well, the other thing that's, to me, it's something that's bothered me for a long time, but the whole half the distance to the goal penalty. Because when it's half the distance to the goal, you're going in, you only get half that distance. But coming back out, it's the full penalty. There's no half the distance backwards. That just seems inherently unfair to me.
It absolutely favors the defense, no doubt about it. Let's now take a look at the USA Today top 10 and some perennial powers on the screen here. Modern day IMG Academy, who we just mentioned, will be in town in Phoenix to take on Chandler on Saturday night. As you see, number Chandler there at 7. St. John Bosco, Bishop Gorman, St. Thomas Aquinas will be on YurView, Arizona in the end of September to take on Centennial. And you can see the rest of the top 10 there.
Country very well represented from east to west.
It's great to see that Arizona starting to get some teams there in the top 10, making their presence felt throughout the country. 2nd and goal. Gomez, end zone, finds his receiver, Elijah Shoemate, and he is going to be knocked out just short of the end zone.
Well, you talked about having to complete a pass. Shoemate, a 6'3", 185-pound receiver. Nice job getting his feet down.
first completion of the night for Valley Vista.
Foul, roughing the passer, number 8. Tack it on. Okay.
So there's a penalty on the play as well, but Valley Vista's ready to go inside the 1. Handoff, Baquero, touchdown, Valley Vista. It is senior running back Ray Baquero who gets the Monsoon on the board.
Really nice job with their composure, this Valley Vista Monsoon football team. Adversity, not a very good first quarter. Finally complete a pass down the field, get the ball in the end zone, and get this within a 1-score game. Nice job with their resiliency.
And a nice job there to capitalize the turnover coming on special teams. The Monsoon able to turn that into some points. And on now for the extra point for Valley Vista is Isaiah Harris. Kick is up and good. And Valley Vista cuts Mountain View's lead in half. With 4:23 remaining here in the second quarter. Mountain View 14, Valley Vista 7. You're watching Game Time on YurView. National High School Game of the Week from Arizona.
Refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop Cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value. At Circle K.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y.
Whoops.
Talkies. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Tonight's Game Time Player Spotlight is brought to you by Takis. Face the intensity. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation, all fall long, only on YurView.
Welcome back to Surprise, Arizona. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray. You're watching Game Time on YurView. Valley Vista senior running back Ray Baquero with the 1-yard touchdown run gets the Monsoon on the board. And they now trail Mountain View by a count of 14-7.
Talked about special teams, play big parts in early season games. We've seen that happen tonight. We've seen this Monsoon offense finally be able to complete a pass and at the end of the day, punch the ball into the end zone.
Isaiah Harris set to kick off for Valley Vista. Devin Waits with the return for Mountain View. Tries to get to the outside, cuts it back in, now tries the outside once again. We're taking now a look at the scoring recap here for Valley Vista.
Remember, started off with trying to jump on a punt that was going to roll dead anyways to give this Monsoon offense a little life. Picking up a first down on third down, and then third down and long, completing the pass and rushing the passer we didn't see there, and then hand it off to Ray Baquero for the scoring run.
6 plays, 16 yards, 3:59 on the clock. First play here for Mountain View, and there is just no room whatsoever for Dean Yamada.
Christian Alvarado, number 6, 92 tackles last season, 6 sacks. You know, he played 8 months last year. He had total knee reconstruction 8 months prior, played the entire season, and what a season it was. You see that excitement in him tonight.
He was first team all-region last year as well. Nunez back to pass. Great job there to break it up. Number 1 for Valley Vista, Elijah Contreras, the junior cornerback.
Well, and you look at all these defensive backs for the Monsoon. Contreras is 5'8", Blanchard 5'9", Hunter's 5'9". Look like there's a little contact. Good no call by the officials. But they're going to battle you. That's one thing that Valley Vista will do on every play.
Mountain View quarterback Brandon Nunez started the game 3 for 4 passing the ball, 0 for 5 since. Handoff Yamada, big hole up the middle. Nice pickup there by the Toro senior running back. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. And it's a first down for the Toros.
Really nice play call there by Mountain View. Everybody's used to throwing that ball on the outside. Dinwiddie, this time he hands it off.
Nunez finds his receiver. It's going to be Dax Hodges, but there is a penalty on the play.
A Monsoon defender did not get off the field quick enough, and with this hurry-up offense in Mountain View, they're going to catch you if you aren't on top of your game as a defensive coordinator.
Illegal substitution on the defense. First down.
Sounds like a penalty for a first game of the year.
Well, I have a feeling Mountain View is going to catch a few teams throughout the year if you're trying to substitute maybe a different package, try and give a guy a little bit of rest. You just have got to be anticipating that.
3 penalties for each team so far here this evening. Nunez with the keeper. Spins out of a tackle, gets it close to midfield. It is Christian Alvarado making the tackle. Alvarado led the Monsoon last season in tackles with 92 and 6 sacks. His 3rd year of varsity football. Second down and 1 for Mountain View. Dinwiddie with some room to operate. Gets it inside the 45-yard line for Valley Vista. Valley Vista.
I love the aggressiveness of Dinwiddie. I mean, you know, so many of these receivers, they have good hands, they're athletic, they can maybe run good routes, but most of them are just going to run out of bounds and avoid contact. Jacoby Dinwiddie is going to lower that shoulder, which means that's one more thing you have to worry about if you're a cornerback.
Nunez rolls left, looks downfield, falls incomplete. And speaking of Dinwiddie, Dale, this past summer, he took part in the Rivals Camp in LA. Also, the Adidas 7-on-7 National Championships in Las Vegas. He was also invited to the Nike opening in Oregon, but he said he couldn't attend. And I asked Dinwiddie what he learned from all the camps this summer. He said he learned how to compete and how to run better routes.
Well, and that there's probably also a lot of other good players out there across the country.
So Dinwiddie is definitely on the national radar of college recruiters as we have another flag.
Dead ball, encroachment, 44 on the defense, second down.
5-yard penalty against.
Penalties to be called on Alex Zacek. And Josh Seacosh, the head coach for Valley Vista, has another opinion about that call.
Well, it was on either him or Hexamer. It's just a matter of which number they're going to call out.
Take your pick. And a little miscommunication there between Dinwiddie and Nunez.
Well, see, I think this is the thing that's got to be a little frustrating for Valley Vista is the fact that, for the most part, you've played really good defense. You've just allowed Mountain View to pick up 3rd downs. You're not able to get off the football field. And after that long chunk of time, the offense was on the field for Valley Vista. This defense came out with a lot more physicality.
Mountain View 4 for 6 on 3rd down conversions, hoping to pick up another one. But Valley Vista's defense and Alex Zacek making the play there for the Monsoon. It's going to bring up 4th down for Mountain View.
Well, you see the time. There's 1:56 left in the 2nd quarter before halftime. Kind of an interesting call here. You are on the 40-yard line. Do you go for it, give this Monsoon offense a chance to put some points on the board before half? Do you punt it down there and try and pin them as far back as you can? Be interesting to see what Mike Fell and his coaching staff come up with.
Take a look at the Toros there. They play in the East Valley region, along with Dobson, Mesa, Red Mountain, Skyline, and Westwood. Their head coach, Mike Fell, in his second season leading the Toro program.
192 wins in 26 seasons in Ohio, and now trying to bring that magic out here. 7-4 last season.
These two teams squared off last year. You know, as Mountain View getting the best of Valley Vista. They won that matchup by a count of 43-21, and that was actually Coach Fell's first game as a head coach here in Arizona after moving over from Ohio. And after one timeout, we now have another timeout.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do it in football unless they just change their mind. I know in basketball sometimes you call a timeout and you see what kind of defense the other team's going to come out in, or if you're the defense, you're seeing how they're setting up offensively. Not sure if you can see a whole lot pre-snap from what Valley Vista is going to try and do defensively.
Well, Mike Fell, we mentioned, is breaking in that new quarterback, Brandon Nunez. Last year's quarterback, Wheeler Harris, is now a walk-on at Alabama. In Alabama, Nick Saban made their way through Arizona high schools this past summer, offered a few of the quarterbacks. Tyler Shuck, the quarterback at Hamilton, being one of them. You'll see YurView Arizona during the season. And Nunez rolling right, throws it down the field. Finds Dinwiddie with a great catch. Was he in bounds? He is not out of bounds, but terrific try there by the Toros.
I give a lot of credit to Elijah Contreras battling, and we talked about the height differential. Nice job with the physicality, giving him just enough of a push to get that left foot on the out of bounds line down the sideline. But what a great catch. You can see that athleticism, the soft hands, everything you'd like to see in a receiver.
We touched it on the top, Dale. Jacoby Dinwiddie has got several offers from Pac-12 schools as well as other schools like Notre Dame and Michigan State, as Tony Gomez takes a shot downfield and tries to find Elijah Shoemate, and not able to connect there. And Shoemate, Dale, you don't really see this transformation too often, but Shoemate, he was a defensive end last year who's been moved to wide receiver this season.
Well, you can see how he's put together, 6'3", 185, 190 pounds. You can see a little inexperience there. Ball's underthrown. Got to come back to that a little bit sooner.
2nd and 10, Valley Vista from their own 41. Taking another shot down the field is Gomez. This is going to be picked off by Tate Allen, the free safety. And the senior has got room to run. Weaves his way down the field, left side. Gets it out of bounds. Terrific play there by Tate Allen, the senior free safety for the Toros. We got a flag on the play, though.
On the defense, 89.
Personal foul against Mountain View.
Well, it sounded like they called it on Jared Mix, the 6'3", 221-pound defensive lineman. I'm wondering when it was it before the interception? So I guess it was before the interception. Valley Vista is going to keep the ball.
What a huge break here for the Monsoon.
Hit to the head. Going to be first down.
Hit to the head. What a huge break there for Josh Seacox and Valley Vista. Wiping out the Tate Allen interception, which would have given the Toros the ball at midfield with 1:22 remaining here in the first half. But instead, the Monsoon maintain possession. They now have the ball at the Mountain View 44-yard line. Rolling right is Gomez. before being brought down by Jared Mix. Check that. Number 88, Colton Frost with the tackle.
It's kind of interesting. See the ball gone there, and you see the helmet lowered. Again, we can argue all we want whether it was too physical, not physical. At the end of the day, as a defensive lineman, you know the rules. You can't hit the quarterback helmet to helmet.
Second down and 8, another whistle. Looks like it's going to be a false start against Valley Vista.
Clock is running, right?
Start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
42 seconds remaining here in the first half. Monsoon trying to get some more points on the board.
So now there's a new rule in effect. Less than 2 minutes in the half.
False start. 58 on. Defense is allowed.
And so the offense, usually the clock would start, well, they're letting it start right now. So I'm not even going into the rules. It's kind of confusing, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and I don't know why you wouldn't use it right now.
Beccaro left side, breaks one tackle, cuts it inside the 40, down to the 38. That's a great point, Dale. It's an interesting new rule. Something else for the coaches to think about.
It's not an interesting new rule. It's a silly new rule, but it looks like Valley Vista's going to be happy going in at half.
Trailing 14-7.
No timeouts left. You could at least clock the ball. You could do something.
And we are going to finally have Valley Vista using their third and final timeout here of the half. Let's see what's
we're being told by our crack stat man up here that they were out of timeouts. Either way, why are you going to let the clock go down to 4.9 seconds if you do in fact have your last timeout? Why are you going to allow 20 seconds to run off the clock?
That is a great question. Let's hear it from Valley Vista head coach Josh Seacock and the keys to the Monsoon this season.
To be successful this year, our quarterback play needs to mirror last year's play with Reyes Lara, how he took control of the offense, and Antonio Gomez, if he can come in and do that. And we always talk about it's all about the ball. So if he can protect the ball and make great decisions, then we'll be successful there.
So maybe their strategy is here. Ball's on the 37-yard line. 4.9 seconds left. Drop back and throw a Hail Mary into the end zone. See if one of your guys can come down with it.
Let's see what the Monsoon come up with here. Gomez airs it out. Falls incomplete. And that will do it for the first half of football here between Mesa Mountain View and Valley Vista. And it is the Toros leading the Monsoon by a score of 14-7. It was the Mountain View Toros scoring on the opening drive of the game to get things going for the Toros. And they actually took a 14-0 lead before the Monsoon came up with a special teams turnover as Mountain View muffed the punt return, came up with the recovery, and Valley Vista was able to cash it in for the touchdown. And let's now set it down to the sidelines where Sydney Carriel is standing by with Mountain View head coach Mike Feld. Sydney?
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys. Coach, so at the end of the second quarter, you guys are struggling a little bit with penalties and sloppy play. What do you think of that? What happened?
You know, we got fired up. We recovered that fumble and put it in for a touchdown. Then we haven't done much right since then. You know, we muffed the punt. We gave him a chance when we should have had the ball at midfield. So we got some work to do.
So your quarterback, first game in varsity, talk about him a little bit. What has he done well?
He's done a nice job. He's running the ball well. He's not throwing the ball into traffic. You know, when he sees some things going on, he just tucks it and goes. And so he hadn't made any mistakes yet, so we're in good shape.
Going into the second half, you have a 7-point lead. What adjustments are you going to make on both offense and defense?
Well, we just got to control the ball like we did that first drive. Go down the field and take our time and do it. They're taking all the time off the clock, taking about 50 seconds on each play. So, you know, we need to get the ball a little bit.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck the second half. Guys, back to you.
Our thanks to Mountain View head coach Mike Fell and Sydney Carriel. Coming up at the half, we will have a story on former Mountain View coaching great Jesse Parker, who passed away in late July. We'll also get you caught up with highlights and stats from the first half. Mountain View leading Valley Vista 14-7. You're watching Game Time on YurView, National High School Game of the Week from Arizona. We'll be right back.
You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on YurView.
The Sanderson Ford Summer Sales Event is teaming up with the Boys of Summer for a final playoff payoff sale. The Arizona Diamondbacks are pushing for the playoffs. The payoffs are huge at Sanderson Ford. Now get 0% financing for 6 full years on the entire Ford lineup, plus up to $4,500 cash back, plus an additional $500 Visa gift card with the purchase or lease of any new Ford.
And just for coming in, pick up 2 tickets to see the D-backs push for the playoffs. Sanderson Ford, a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Whenever a craving hits, Jack's got your back.
Somebody craving my really big chicken sandwich?
The really big chicken sandwich combo for $3.99. Double the chicken, double the cheese, topped with hickory smoked bacon, plus curly fries and a refreshing drink. All for just $3.99. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
The $3.99 really big chicken sandwich combo, only at Jack in the Box.
If you're thinking about coming back to school, you probably go online and check out schools in the area to find out which one best suits your needs.
At AAI, we invite you to visit our website at aai.edu and check out the career training we offer in skilled trades.
You can navigate the website, check out our campus, hear from our graduates, and better understand the commitment we have to our students.
Our website is full of great information that can help you make an informed decision about your future. Check us out at aai.edu or call now.
Tonight's Game Time Scholar Athlete is brought to you by Valet Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation, all fall long, only on YurView.
Halftime here at Valley Vista with Mountain View leading Valley Vista 14-7. Now, Saturday night at Mountain View High School in Mesa, a memorial was held for Jesse Parker. The legendary Toro head football coach passed away in late July at the age of 77. Our Chris Harris is there and has the story.
A capacity crowd of 1,100 people gathered in the auditorium on the campus of Mountain View High School to celebrate the life of Jesse Parker, a man remembered as a father, teacher, and coach.
All I wanted to do as a kid was grow up to play at Mountain View, just because of him.
It was his attention to detail. It was how smart he was as a coach, that part of it, and his ability to get everything he could get out of us as players and his coaching staff. And, you know, that's what set him apart.
He wanted us to be perfect in everything we did, and he demanded us to be perfect. But we also knew that he was demanding that of himself. And so he was in with us, he was on the ship with us, and was leading us the right direction.
His teams were never the biggest, never the strongest, never the fastest. I was one of those guys. But you know what? We played together. We played for one another. It wasn't about me as a player. It wasn't about that person. We were selfless teams. And for him, and especially in this day and age, if you can get kids to play that way, you're really accomplishing something. I think that's the standard that he set.
After leading Camelback High School to a state title in 1974, Parker started up the program at Mountain View in 1976 and left in 1994. In those 19 seasons, he built the Toros into a perennial power, winning 4 state championships and finishing runner-up on 3 other occasions. Parker finished up his coaching career at Gilbert High School in 2008. And after 4 decades stalking the sidelines, Jesse had won 309 games, which at the time was the most in Arizona history. Parker's success on the field earned him a place in the National High School Coaches Hall of Fame.
Before the game, Jesse didn't want to shake hands lots of times. And I respected that because I really didn't want to either. So, you know, our players and everybody really respected the Mountain View program. So we loved to play them, and they loved to play us.
There was always a fear of you lose a game, there was the wrath afterwards. Well, we went undefeated. That was part of our, making sure we were on the good side of them.
Coach Parker had this aura about him that made you want to just dig as deep as you could and pull every ounce of energy and talent out of yourself to succeed. He was just a motivator of young men.
Jesse Parker not only coached his Toro teams on how to become better football players on the field that now bears his name, but he also taught young men valuable lessons that will last a lifetime.
He cared for you, and he loved and wanted what was best for you, and he was always just a phone call away if you ever needed that little extra talk or to help you get through a tough situation. Even when we were gone out of high school, he was there to help us.
I don't know of anybody that I've met that has had more of an impact on young people. Things that I've learned from him, the life lessons, those things I'll take with me forever. There's not a better teacher and coach than Jess Parker.
Jesse made a difference in the classroom as well at Mountain View, where he helped start the AP program, teaching history and social studies. Chris, there was other sad news in the coaching community.
Yeah, that's right, Sydney. On July 21st, we not only lost Mountain View head coach Jesse Parker, but the Arizona high school football community lost another legendary figure. On that same day, former longtime Tucson Amphitheater head coach Vern Friedley, who passed away at the age of 80. Friedley led the Amphi program for 36 years and retired after the 2011 season. He finished his career with 331 wins, which until last year was the most all-time in Arizona when Marcos Deniza head coach Paul Morrow surpassed that mark. Friedley also led the Panthers to a state title in 1979. When halftime show continues right here on YurView, we'll have first half highlights and stats here from Valley Vista High School. Mountain View leading Valley Vista by count of 14-7.
Refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop Cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value at Circle K.
When the day turns into night, my hash browns turn into my new $3 munchie mashups. Crispy hash browns, tasty white cheese, mashed up with your choice of savory egg and bacon, buffalo chicken and ranch, or jalapenos and bacon. Each for just $3. Why? Because everything gets more interesting at night. Vampires wake up, werewolves come out, and the boogeyman gets his boogie on. So try my delicious $3 munchie mashups and keep the party going until the sun comes up. Ooh, $3 munchie mashups from Jack in the Box.
Game time on YurView, Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Bahia Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona. You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on YurView.
Welcome back to Surprise, Arizona. You're watching Game Time on YurView, the national game of the week here on Cox Communications. It is halftime here between Mesa Mountain View and Valley Vista, and the Toros leading by a score of 14-7. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray. And Dale, we'll take a look at the highlights here from the first half and see what you think.
As we take a look at the highlights, remember it's a 14-7 football game. You see that Long pass down the middle right here to Dinwiddie. Really nice job by this Mountain View offense, especially in that first quarter, finding a way to get the ball in the end zone. 2 times they did it. And then you see this Monsoon defense step up. Great job reading the screen, forcing that Mountain View team to run a fake punt. Special teams, a big, big part of this first half. Mistakes, you're going to see it in every early season game. See a pitch a little bit high and inside, and then pick up the ball and take it into the end zone. And then by the end of the first half, this Monsoon offense found a way to get in the end zone. You see time of possession, you see the rushing yards, all those things. Right now, did a little dip from the first quarter to the second quarter. Valley Vista, a much better second quarter.
And as you might expect from a first game of the season, it was the defense stepping up, getting the best of the offense here in the first half. Let's now send it down to the sidelines where Sydney Carriel is standing by with Valley Vista basketball standout Taylor Chavez. Sydney?
Thanks, Chris. So Taylor, tell me what it was like winning the first ever state title here at Valley Vista.
It was amazing. It was definitely something that we'll never forget because we faced a lot of adversity throughout the whole entire season. To be able to come together as a group and just work towards that common goal, it felt amazing. It was very emotional, but I'm glad we put it together and found a way to win. So,
how does the team look this year for this upcoming season?
We look well. I think we only lost about 4 seniors, and we gained some freshmen who are ready to make an impact. They were there all summer working hard with us, so we look really well. I'm excited just to get back into the swing of things.
You being a leader on the team, what's it like being a leader and having that big role and helping your team win another state championship?
It's exciting. I like having the role of leading my teammates because a lot of them look up to me, and it's just exciting being able to make an impact on people's lives and just be that focus and that drive for a certain group of people. So I love it.
Well, good luck this season, and we'll take it back to Chris.
Thank you so much, Sydney. And great job with the interview with Taylor Chavez, one of the best basketball players in the state, hoping for another state title for the Monsoon this season. All right, when we come back, kickoff to the second half between Mountain View and Valley Vista. You're watching Game Time on YurView, National High School Game of the Week from Arizona. We'll be right back.
Come on, buddy, you can do it. Oh, man, this is so good to be on.
Looking for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
Refresh yourself with a Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. It stays cold longer, and we offer more choices than ever before. More choices like Powerade, vitamin water, iced tea, and full throttle. Ready for the best part? You can get any size foam Polar Pop cup for only 89 cents every day. More choices than ever before. Talk about refreshing. More choices, most value. At Circle K.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland. Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y. Whoops.
Talkies. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Tonight's Game Time Top Games are brought to you by AAI. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation.
Welcome back to Surprise, Arizona, where Mesa Mountain View leads Valley Vista by a score of 14-7 here at the half. Let's now take a look at the top games around the country. In a huge matchup there with Mater Dei, #1 ranked team in the country, Bishop Gorman and DeMatha, St. John Bosco and St. Thomas Aquinas, Grayson and Hoover. There's big-time matchups all across the country here this weekend, Dale.
Going to be fun to watch, and obviously the season getting underway in full swing this week.
And obviously that big matchup here in Arizona. IMG Academy, number 2 team in the country out of Florida, will be in town to take on the Chandler Wolves. That is a number 2 versus number 7 matchup in the national rankings. That game will be here on Saturday. All right, we're going to step aside for another break. When we come back, second half action here between Mountain View and Valley Vista. The Toros leading the Monsoon by a count of 14-7. You're watching the National High School Game of the Week from Arizona.
Coming back to school is a big decision, but at AAI, we're with you every step of the way.
We offer career-focused education in skilled trades, and we work with you from the day you enroll through graduation to the ultimate goal of helping you move into the career of your dreams.
Now, if you're wrestling with the decision to come back to school, you may only see the obstacles in your way. We'll help you remove those obstacles one by one and get you where you want to be.
Check us out at aai.edu or call now and come visit with us.
Whenever a craving hits, Jack's got your back.
Somebody craving my really big chicken sandwich?
The really big chicken sandwich combo for $3.99. Double the chicken, double the cheese, topped with hickory smoked bacon, plus curly fries and a refreshing drink. All for just $3.99.
Thanks, Jack. You're welcome.
The $3.99 really big chicken sandwich combo, only at Jack in the Box.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland. Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y. Whoops.
Takis. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Welcome back, everybody. Surprise, Arizona. Game time on YurView, the National High School Football Game of the Week from Arizona. As we get set now for the second half. Mountain View leading Valley Vista by a count of 14-7. And it will be Valley Vista who will get the ball to start off the second half here.
Interesting that way Mountain View started. We talked about them spreading the field out, making Valley Vista have to continue to defend all 50 yards, the width of the field. Nunez, the quarterback, started off 3 for 4 on that first drive. It was 12 plays, evenly balanced. They scored a touchdown. Well, since that first drive, he's 1 of 9. So Mountain View's got to find their rhythm offensively. And this Valley Vista offense kind of started to find its stride a little bit. Let's see if they can continue to complete at least a couple balls to keep Mountain View's defense honest.
And set to kick it off here is Mountain View's Kevin Ryan. Second half underway. And a great kick there by Ryan. Gets it to the end zone. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Tony Gomez and that Monsoon offense will take over. And Dale, Valley Vista, they've got to feel good about themselves, only being down 14-7 with the way things unfolded there in the first half.
I think that you talk about the way that defense played. We talked about them having to get a little bit of a breather, and that's what that one drive that the offense gave them, that gave them that blow that they needed. And I just love the way they fly around to the football under Coach Josh Seacock.
And I think Coach Seacock wants to see those numbers improve here in the second half from his quarterback, Tony Gomez, 1 of 6 for 14 yards. And it's going to be a carry for a pickup of 1 for Herman De Leon, the senior running back. In on the tackle for the Toros is Alex Talamontes.
We've talked about being able to complete a couple passes just to loosen up that Toro defense. That guys keep creeping up on the football, and you see as Valley Vista lines up offensively, the deepest white jersey from the line of scrimmage is 7 yards deep.
Second down and 9 for the Monsoon from their own 21. And that ball is going to get knocked to the ground. Great deflection there for Mountain View and their outside linebacker, Jacob Charlie, the senior.
Well, Jacob Charlie came in untouched, and I think that Tony Gomez, as this season goes along, is going to realize, hey, all I got to do is just drop this over him. Put a little air under the ball. Don't have to fire it to him. And then you've got a one-on-one tackle that if you make a miss, a lot of yardage to be gained on the outside instead of trying to fire that ball in there.
3rd down and 9. Toros trying to get a 3-and-out defensively to open up the second half. Handoff, De Leon. It's going to be a pickup of about 5. It'll bring up 4th and 5. In on the tackle is Jeremiah Holland for the Toros.
And again, until you can complete a couple passes, I do the same thing Mountain View's doing. I'm going to dare you to throw the ball down the field. And looks like there's a lineman or two from Valley Vista kind of limping off the field. One of them, Blake Relia, the 6'1", 275-pound senior who I saw limping in at halftime.
Daniel Villegas back to punt for the Monsoon. And calling for the fair catch for the Toros is McKay Barney. The Toros will have excellent field position from their own 48-yard line. And that is where Brandon Nunez in this Toro offense will take over. You see the first half numbers for the junior quarterback.
Well, to me, one of the biggest things is the 0 by interceptions. No turnovers yet tonight for this Toro offense.
Nice pass out in the flat to Tate Allen. Nice job there by the senior. Now Tate Allen, he also plays club rugby. He plays flanker, and he compared that to being like a fullback in football. And in comparing the two sports, he told me about rugby, the thing about that sport, there's no breaks, and you're playing offense and defense at the same time. So he thinks you get a little bit of a break here playing football. Dean Yamada with a nice pickup here for the Toros, working the right side. And he's showing no ill effects from that broken foot that he suffered during the offseason.
Well, again, this is that Mountain View team that we saw in the first quarter. You know, play out to the left, play to the right, have to continue to play defense all over the football field.
Dinwiddie has some room to work with, finds the sideline. 1st down, Mountain View. Nice job there in the play calling by Mountain View, and talking with head coach Mike Fell. He said one of the keys to tonight's game was get the ball into Dinwiddie's hands about 10 to 15 times here tonight.
Look at the splits over here. I've been watching this all night. It's kind of interesting. See the splits there, and took Tate Mosier a little time to get down there. But again, now you have to defend the reverses.
Nunez fakes the handoff left side, turns it upfield. Touchdown, Toros. Quarterback Brandon Nunez with his 2nd rushing TD of the night. This one from 20 yards out.
Design quarterback run. And everything is going from shotgun. That was a run. Quarterback keep all the way. And just, he's kind of got this illusionary speed to where you don't think he's moving that fast, but he covers an awful lot of ground.
And let's give credit to wide receiver Tate Allen with a key block down the field, helping Nunez get in for the touchdown. Extra point is up and good by Kevin Ryan. And just like they did in the first half, the Toros score on their opening drive of the second half. Mountain View stretches their lead to 21-7. 9:18 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Game Time on YurView, National High School Game of the Week in Arizona.
Tonight's Game Time delivery of the game is brought to you by Red Devil Italian Restaurant, family owned since 1960. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation, all fall long, only on
for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
Game time on YurView, Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Valley Luna, proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona.
Mountain View quarterback Brandon Nunez with the 20-yard touchdown run gives the Toros a 21-7 lead with 9:18 remaining here in the third quarter. And Dale, Mountain View's looked good on the opening drive of the first half, opening drive of the second half. Slowed down a little bit after that.
Well, they did, and again, you got to give both coaching staffs the credit. I think Mountain View, good game plan coming in. Valley Vista and their coaches adjusted as the first half went along. A couple halftime adjustments, and Mountain View goes down and scores. Let's see what this Valley Vista offense can do with the football.
Kevin Ryan set to kick it off for the Toros. Knocked it into the end zone in his last try. Looks like he's going to do it again. Kevin Ryan showing a nice leg.
Touchback in the first and 10 for Monsoon Schedule 20.
Let's take a look at Mountain View junior wide receiver Jacoby Dinwiddie.
Yeah, and you just try and get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. So you got a quick pass there, down the middle, in traffic. Hand the ball off to him on a reverse. Good blocking downfield. We've talked about his toughness when he has the ball in his hands. You see the 20-yard touchdown run. Brandon and Dinwiddie.
Nunez is shown to be a terrific athlete, running the ball so far tonight for the Toros. In on the carry here for Valley Vista, Herman De Leon, number 7, senior running back.
Yeah, De Leon, 5'8", 170 pounds, another one of those low center of gravity guys.
Second down and 6. Tony Gomez looking for his receiver, Chad Rolfe. Falls incomplete.
Again, you got new receivers, a new quarterback. So between all of them, they've had one catch. What I don't like is the body language of I did the right thing. No, you didn't. You know what? Get back to the line of scrimmage. Look at the next play and let's go. Doesn't help to point out that maybe I did run the right route and you threw it the wrong place or whatever that is. Let's get together and move on.
Gomez does a terrific job in the classroom as well at Valley Vista. He's got 3.5 GPA. He says he wants to be an anesthesiologist when he's all grown up. Whistle before the snap. Delay of game is the call against Valley Vista's offense. Let's now send it down to the field in the sidelines, and Sydney Carriel with an injury update. Sydney?
Thanks, Chris. Guys, Valley Vista's defensive back, Elijah Contreras, number 1, came off the field limping, came down on the trainer, wrapped up his right ankle really well. He did some sprints up and down the sideline, wiggled it out, and he looks like he's getting ready to get back in and go. So we'll see. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Sydney. Scrambling there. Gomez. Mountain View's defense is able to bottle him up. And that will be good news for Valley Vista's defense if Contreras is able to go and get back in this game. Can't afford to have any guys go down with an injury. Just as we speak of that, down on the field right now for the Monsoon is number 58, Blake Relier. The senior right guard, 6'1", 275 pounds. As the training staff takes a look at him. Well, each week we're proud to honor 2 outstanding players with the Scholar Athlete Award for on and off the field excellence. Tonight's Scholar Athlete Award winners are Jared Mix of Mountain View and Makai Obregon of Valley Vista. Jared has a 4.0 GPA, taking AP and honors classes. Jared is a member of the Skills USA Club, a charity and industrial cooperative education club where he has helped with food drives and toiletry drives for the needy. He wants to study aerospace engineering in college. Makai has a 4.6 GPA and is the top-ranked student in the class of 2020. He wrestles at 160 pounds, runs track, and volunteers on food drives at the school. He hopes to be either an engineer or physical trainer. Congratulations to both of those student athletes.
Do you think that 4.6 is adding his first 2 semesters together, or do you think that's his overall GPA?
You know, if it was me, it'd have been combining both.
Right.
But I did have a chance to meet Makai, and I do think that's legit. That's a straight up 4.6. And getting another nice roll there is Villegas. Ball's going to be down at about the 37-yard line.
Well, this is almost spitting image of the first half, where Mountain View goes down and scores, gets Valley Vista's offense off the football field, and now their offense again has a chance to go down and put points on the board. Let's see if this Valley Vista defense can get the Toro offense off the field.
And one of the things you spoke of, Dale, off the top is head coach for Valley Vista, Josh Seacock. He was trying to keep his defense off the field as much as he could. Not having much luck in that here. It'll be an end around here for Devin Wade. He's got room to run. Right side, turns the corner. Down the sidelines, Devin Wade tries to cut it back in. But a huge pickup there for the Toros. Devin Wade, 42 yards.
A lot of misdirection from this Toro offense, trying to take advantage of the over-aggressiveness of that Monsoon defense. You're going to see everybody running over to the right. Play comes back to their left. Talking about from the defensive perspective, a lot of room to run.
Mountain View showing a little bit of candy. Players moving to the left, and they bring it back to the right with Devin Wade. 42-yard pickup for Devin Wade.
Red ball, ball start, 58, first down.
And just as they get the big pickup there, Dale, 5-yard penalty against Mountain View.
Well, coaches get upset about it, but I think that as a coach, you kind of understand there's going to be 3 or 4 of those in the first game, even though it still upsets you.
Out in the flat, Jacoby Dinwiddie turns the corner.
It's interesting because you see this play a lot in high school football, and you see the receiver usually get 2 or 3 yards and then run out of bounds. You do not see Jacoby Dinwiddie run out of bounds very often at all.
See Jacoby Dinwiddie rushing and yards receiving. Yamada cuts it up, gets brought down just inside the 2-yard line. Dean Yamada a little upset with himself. He didn't quite get in the end zone there.
Just a little power. You get that Aaron Pico pulling from his left guard spot, leading the way. And Yamada, you can tell, feels very comfortable running behind his big offensive line.
9 carries, 56 yards, just over 6 yards a carry for the senior running back. Timeout on the field, taken by the Monsoon as they try to find a way to slow down Mike Fell's offense. And we now hear from Mountain View head coach Mike Fell about the differences between last season, his first year at the program, and this year.
Last year, getting into it, I did not know the teams we were playing. You know, everything was brand new, so I wasn't up to date with their offense, their defense, and you know, so everything was brand new. It was exciting, but you know, it's kind of tough going in and you've never seen somebody before. So now, at least our coaching staff, as far as I'm concerned, I know what to expect a little more, so that's going to help me.
It's going to help the players as well to know what to expect from the coaching staff as well.
Well, there's no doubt about that. As you get through an entire offseason with a coach, and you go through a season with them and get to know his personality a little bit, makes it a lot easier on the players.
First and goal, Toros. Handoff, Jeremiah Holland, touchdown, Toros. And this time it is the junior, Jeremiah Holland. We've seen him at middle linebacker. We've seen him at running back here with the touchdown.
Scored on the fumble recovery, only a junior, as we've talked about, 6'1", 185 pounds. Give some credit to that offensive line. Watch these white jerseys move the dark jerseys into the end zone. Kind of easy to follow them. This guy's trying to jump around blocks, find a crease, stick your nose in the end zone.
You know who also is happy about that touchdown run? Jeremiah's father, Chris, who is the running backs coach for the Toros.
Just like he taught him.
Absolutely. 28-7, the Toros have now stretched their lead. 6:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Toros with 2 drives here in the second half, 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Holland here with the second touchdown of the half for Mountain View. Well, if you're Toro head coach Mike Fell, you could not have scripted a better start to the second half here for his Mountain View team.
The coaching staff has done a very, very nice job coming out of both halves. And the way they finished off that drive, it just looks like they have a little more energy in them tonight than this Monsoon defense.
Take a look at the scoring drive here. 4 plays, 63 yards, just over a minute and a half, capped off by the 2-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Holland. Second half yards here, Dale. Mountain View with 123. Valley Vista, -1.
Doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that that doesn't bode well if you're the Monsoon.
Especially when you're trailing by 21 points here midway through the third quarter. They need to find a way to mount some offense and mount some momentum and try to get themselves back into this game as Kevin Ryan kicks another one into the end zone. Kevin Ryan, touchdown earlier, soccer player as well at Mountain View, plays forward in midfield. Got a 4.0 GPA. First team all-region last year, drawing some interest from Ripon College.
What a weapon that is when your kicker can just kick it in the end zone. You don't ever have to worry about a kickoff being returned against you.
There's a good look at Ryan. Said he wants to be a financial advisor in his future. Now, Mountain View head coach Mike Fell said he doesn't like to kick field goals. He likes to go for it on 4th downs. He likes to get the touchdowns. He said he might change his philosophy a little bit this year because of Kevin Ryan. And as you say, Dale, what a weapon he is for the Toros. Inside carry here for the Monsoon. Being brought down is Ray Baquero.
Well, trying to take a little heat off of Baquero, handing off to what we talked about in that last drive, De Leon. And that Mountain View defense just swarming all over the running game of Valley Vistas.
And Baquero, he was first team all-region last year. Also part of the track team at Valley Vista, 100 meters and 200 meters. Ran 11.2 100 meters last year. So he's got some wheels to him besides his strength.
I'll start against the Monsoon.
See these Valley Vista offensive linemen. Looks like it's going to be encroachment on Mountain View.
Dead ball. False start. 27.
I guess not. Stand corrected. 5 yards back, but the offensive line are the only guys. See, their arms are bare. offensive linemen by nature are smarter than most other football players, so
Please
we just
explain
know what the plays are. You call a play, we've memorized it, we run it. We're not a quarterback or a receiver and have to have it on our wrist where we go, what we do. It's because we're geniuses.
It's a pretty strong word. Genius?
And accurate.
Wow. Ray Vaquero just bowls over McKay Barney. Nice pickup there by Vaquero.
Well, he did a little stutter step. I think if you're defensively for Mountain View, your ref is going to go out of bounds. A little stutter step, and then no, I'm just going to lower my shoulder, and I'm going to exact a little revenge for how many times you guys have hit me tonight.
As Coach Seacox told us, he's not afraid of a little contact. He's not afraid to run some people over. 1st and 10. Vaquero tries to get it outside. He just gets hog-tied by Tate Allen. Allen showing off one of those rugby tackles he's used to making as a flanker.
Just too much speed for Vaquero to bounce it outside. Nothing inside, tries to bounce it outside, but when you have an angle and the speed like Tate does here, it does look like a steer wrestling competition there, and all he needed was that little rope you pull out of your pocket and tie the feet together.
Absolutely. 8 seconds or less. That would be riding the bull. Mike Fell said that Tate is, he's got a little mean streak to him. He's got a great motor and a great tackler as well. Nice cut there inside by Aiden Cunningham, the sophomore running back. Showing some of that speed as a track guy at Valley Vista. Ran the 100 meters in 11.4 seconds last year as a freshman. So Valley Vista hoping to see some great things out of Mr. Cunningham in the years to come.
Again, this is almost exactly like the first quarter. Mountain View scores the first 2 touchdowns, then Valley Vista starts to put a drive together.
Valley Vista continues to pound it up the middle. This time it's De Leon.
Keep it up, O-line!
Just under 3.5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
When you talk about staying ahead of the change, you know, you're sitting here, it's 2nd down and 5 or 6 after the first play. Those are down in distances you like as an offense.
Completion, Elijah Shoemate, 1st down, Valley Vista. Found a little opening there in the Mountain View defense. Gomez able to find his receiver Shoemate for the nice pickup.
I think as this season goes along, Shoemate's going to be a big part of Valley Vista's success. Nice big 6'3" target. He can run a little bit with the football. You can tell he doesn't shy away from contact either.
Also plays basketball at Valley Vista, and Coach Seacox said Shoemate does a great job of attacking the ball, going after it. Great job by Gomez to bounce off the Mountain View defender and keep the play alive. Great toughness and athleticism by the Monsoon QB.
Well, I'm going to go back to, I think this is because you're almost become afraid as a defender. Hey, I've hit the quarterback. Can I continue to drive him, or is the play dead? Well, if you've got a big, strong, physical quarterback, in my mind, different rules have to apply because there's a majority of your high school quarterbacks who, from that hit, are going to go down. And as a defender, you hit him too hard, chance of flag's going to come out.
Gomez showing some toughness, 6'1", 170 pounds. Rolls left and just throws it away on that one. Smart play. Nothing there, just threw it away. And let's now send it down to the field with Sydney Carriel with another injury report. Sydney?
Thanks, Chris. Blake Reillier, he is still on the sideline, and it looks like he hurt his left knee. We saw him get helped off the field. The trainer is now putting a brace on, so he will not be back in this game. Guys?
That's a tough break for the Valley Vista offensive line, the senior right guard. I know they're expecting big things from him this season. Tough break there for the Monsoon. 3rd and 4. Handoff, Picaro. And he's going to get brought down. In on the tackle is Talamontes, the junior outside linebacker for Mountain View.
Well, you know, you talk about the quarterback hadn't completed a pass on varsity level before tonight, and wide receivers hadn't caught a ball, and all those things. The offensive line has had some experience up front, and now you lose a senior leader like Blake Relia. It can really affect your football team.
Let's look at Valley Vista head coach Josh Seacox, and let's hear what the coach has to say about the football culture here at Valley Vista.
It's still exciting for us to make the playoffs. We're not going to lie. We know in the West Valley, and there's only a couple 6A teams, and we know what we're up against when we do make it into the playoffs, either as the 14th, 15th, or last year's the 13th and going to Perry. We know what we have to go against in the East Valley if you want to be successful in the playoffs. So our thing is we want to win the Southwest region. That's the next step for us.
And Josh Seacox, he likes scheduling these games like tonight against Mountain View. They faced Perry in the first round of the playoffs last year. He wants to see how they stack up.
Well, and he talked before the game, and he praised the administration here at Valley Vista and how much they've supported the football program. He said, but there's just a little different culture on the west side than there is in the Southeast Valley when it comes to football and you know, football classes and weightlifting classes and all those sorts of things.
10th play of the drive for the Monsoon, 4th and 4. Gomez gets rid of it, tries to find his receiver, but a terrific job there by Mountain View's Tate Allen making the play, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
You can see why Tate Allen had 64 tackles last season, 3 interceptions. He's just a football player, loves to play the game, 5'11", about 186 pounds. You see those ball hawking skills. Knows, hey, it's 4th down. No need for me to try and intercept this pass. That's not what's best for my team. Let me knock it down and give the ball back to our offense.
His numbers from last season, he's drawn some interest from Wyoming and Ripon College in Wisconsin. Pass out in the flat. Devin Waite, ball's loose but goes out of bounds. Toros will maintain possession.
I think what the coaching staff tell him is just go. He was kind of stutter stepping, a little indecisive. You catch that football, you just go. 5'9", 171 pounds, good hands. Take advantage of that open space.
And he had that big 42-yard pickup on the series before for the Toros. So he's shown that speed already here this evening. 2nd and 4, just under 2 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And we got a helmet loose down on the field. Dean Yamada lost his headgear.
There's been some physical contact down there. Both defenses played very, very hard, very, very physical. One of those little counters, just great penetration by that Monsoon defense. And helmet comes off, and you got to come out of the game for a play.
As you see Yamada on the sidelines. Nunez finds his receiver, Tate Allen. And it's going to be a 1st down pickup for the Toros. And that's a great job there by the quarterback, Brandon Nunez, just taking what the defense gives him and hit Allen for the 1st down.
Difference between Mountain View's offense and the Monsoon's offense is the fact that Mountain View has threatened Valley Vista down the field. Their cornerbacks have got to play off the receivers just a little bit. That was just enough room to complete the pass.
Inside handoff for Mountain View. And it's going to be a nice pickup there by John Crum, the junior running back.
5'7". Watch how he just kind of ducks in. He's going to come here. You got guys pulling. Watch how he just kind of ducks in behind these big offensive linemen. You almost can't even see him. Great vision, great blocking. Nice job all the way around.
There's Crum once again working the left side. Breaks the tackle. Gets the ball just inside the Valley Vista 40-yard line. So John Crum making his first couple carries here on the night and doing a nice job.
We talked, about defending the entire field. So what do you see there? You see a counter right. Got guys running to the left side of your defense. Let's go to the opposite side. Now we got to run the other way. We're going to put constant stress on every level of your defense.
And as you mentioned, Dale, he's able to hide behind the big fellows up front. Able to get to that second level before Valley Vista's defense can find him. Shot down the field, looking for his big play receiver, Jacoby Dinwiddie. But it was Valley Vista cornerback, Travion Hunter, who had an opportunity there for the interception.
Nice job by Hunter. You can tell he has good ball skills. He's going to be a little disappointed in himself. He's not going to have very many opportunities like this to catch that football. Ball was overthrown a little bit, but was in great position defensively.
Travion Hunter told me he had a big moment this past summer. He went into the ocean for the first time in his life up in Oregon. I asked him how it was. He said it was cold. That usually is the case, Travion, when you dip into the ocean for that first time.
Well as Mountain View's offense has moved the ball tonight, the one thing they're going to have to do against the bigger, better teams in the East Valley as the season goes on, they've got to complete some passes. You've got to take advantage of Dinwiddie's big playability down the field. I have no doubt that Brandon Nunez will continue to improve as the season goes along.
Nunez, 8 of 19 on the night, 3rd and 10 here. Tries to avoid the rush, but making the sack for Valley Vista, the senior middle linebacker, Christian Alvarado. Big play there by the senior.
Pressure's going to come right up the middle. You see a couple linebackers lined up right there. Dustin Mackey was the first one to put pressure on him. And then, as you said, Alvarado came in and finished it off. Nice job by this Monsoon defense.
And we are through 3 quarters here at Valley Vista. And it is the Toros leading the Monsoon by a score of 28-7. You're watching Game Time on YurView, the National High School Football Game of the Week from Arizona, the 4th quarter, when we come back.
Tonight's Game Time Timeout is brought to you by Circle K. It's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation, all fall long, only on YurView.
The Sanderson Ford Summer Sales Event is teaming up with the Boys of Summer for a final playoff payoff sale. The Arizona Diamondbacks are pushing for the playoffs. The payoffs are huge at Sanderson Ford. Now get 0% financing for 6 full years on the entire Ford lineup, plus up to $4,500 cash back, plus an additional $500 Visa gift card with the purchase or lease of any new Ford.
And just for coming in, pick up 2 tickets to see the D-backs push for the playoffs. Sanderson Ford, a proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Tonight's YurView Game Time Injury Report is sponsored by Phoenix Children's Hospital, Arizona's best children's hospital.
Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation, all fall long, only on YurView.
Welcome back to the National High School Football Game of the Week. Game time on YurView as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Mountain View leading Valley Vista by a count of 28-7. Let's now send it down to the sidelines and Sydney carry out with a little more on Christian Alvarado, the Valley Vista linebacker. Sydney?
Thanks, guys. Christian Alvarado, we just saw him make that big play with the sack on the quarterback. And you know, he does not only do football, he also does cheer. He is a partner, he does partner stunting, and last year he got second in state. He also does some sideline cheerleading during basketball season as well. Back to you guys.
Great stuff there, Sydney. Not too often you find a middle linebacker on the football team, Dale. It's also part of the cheer squad as well.
Well, they asked me to be a flyer back in my day.
A flyer?
Well, because of my athletic ability, my sinewy lines.
How svelte were you back in those days?
Well, at 220 pounds, you weren't going to get me very high, so consequently, I couldn't do what my body was meant to do, you know, those one-handed stand-up things.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was a base more than anything. See if the referee and the punter, and you know what? And it's a shame. If the officials could see that, they would understand. I don't know where to start. I mean, a great acting job. If you're a Mountain View fan, you're going to go, wow, hey, way to sell it. But I would hope that if you're going to call a 15-yard penalty, that it's something a little bit more egregious and there's actual contact on the play.
Kevin Ryan showing that 4-year varsity experience, the senior with the sell job there. And it worked. Got the call. Toros maintain possession, and it's a terrific third quarter offensively for Mountain View. 14 points, 152 yards of offense, and they picked up 7 first downs as well.
As we talked about, entire quarter belonged to Mountain View, and the Monsoon offense could not get anything going to give their defense a break.
Nunez gets it out to Yamada. Nice pickup there by the senior. Yamada just 5'9", 154 pounds. He's got some toughness to him.
Well, he averaged over 7.5 yards a carry last year, 4 touchdowns. Looking to build on that, obviously, this year. And it's just a nice job there by Nunez. Acting like he's going to throw it to his left, come back, spin around, drop the ball off. Give yourself a manageable third down situation.
3rd and 10. The ball at Valley Vista's 34-yard line. Nunez looks left. Has his receiver, but a terrific job there. The cornerback for the Monsoon, number 21, Vincent Broughton. Just got a hold of that leg and didn't let go.
Going to throw the ball outside. We've seen this a number of times, trying to get some blockers out in front and see if you can't find a crease, but give that Monsoon defense a lot of credit. We've talked about Travion Hunter, been all over the football field.
Broughton, just a sophomore, 140 pounds, but made the right play, just went down low and didn't let go. 4th and 10. Nunez rolls right, throws right, has his receiver. Making the catch is Dax Hodges, the senior wide receiver, making like his older brother Curtis, who's a freshman wide receiver at Arizona State.
Really nice job knowing where you are on the football field. Remember, 4th down, you have to get past the first down marker, because if you have to come back to the football, you do not want to lose that first down.
Big pickup on the first down for the Toros, and back on Dax's brother Curtis, the freshman wide receiver at Arizona State. He might get some playing time here his freshman year. He played at Mountain View last season. 2nd and 9 for the Toros. They lead the Monsoon 28-7, 9.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Nunez goes up top, middle of the field.
Incomplete.
Hodges brought down to the ground looking for a flag, but no call.
Let's take a look at their left tackle, Tate Mosier. First of all, great, fantastic splits. A little pass protection here as you get those hands inside, Not making a whole lot of inroads on it. Had a nice game tonight, driving guys off the ball. A little bit of a nasty streak. Now, see, the Mountain View offensive linemen have wristbands. We're going to have to talk to them about that. But if you block like Tate Mosier, I guess you can wear them.
Nunez. Ball is almost intercepted by Alex Zajac. That would have been a huge turnover there for the Monsoon, but Zajac not able to handle it.
Zajac had about 3 opportunities for that. He kept on bobbling. I know all the traffic around it, but he kept on hitting it up in the air, giving himself a chance. Boom, again, knock it up in the air.
He did his own tip drill out there.
Oh, goodness.
Couldn't quite come away with it, but back on Tate Mosier, the left tackle from Mountain View. He's drawn the interest from BYU and U of A. Went to BYU's camp this past summer. He was first team All-Region and second team All-State last year. So he is definitely somebody to keep an eye on this season. Kevin Ryan now on for the 38-yard field goal attempt. It is up, and it is good. And plenty of leg on that by the senior Kevin Ryan. 38-yard field goal. Toros now lead 31-7. So another scoring drive there for Mountain View as they have plenty to celebrate about as they extend their lead. Toros 31, Monsoon 7. You're watching Game Time on YurView, the National High School Football Game of the Week from Arizona.
Action.
Comedy. Horror.
Speak, find, feel. This is the all-new Contour from Cox. It's cable TV reimagined to get you right to the good stuff.
What makes even better than other schools is that it's very hands-on, and the teachers, you can tell they really want to teach. They love teaching their students. The people who work here really care about what they're doing.
.908 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mountain View leading Valley Vista by a score of 31-7. Let's head it back down to the sidelines in Sydney. Carriel. Sydney?
Thanks, Chris. I'm here on the sideline of Mountain View, and their fans and their band is going crazy. They just did a thing called Drum Cadence, and they're just dancing. The crowd is getting into it, and we got to give it to the band. They traveled all the way out here to come to the game, so this crowd is pumped. Guys?
Thank you so much, Sydney. And it is quite a drive, Dale, from Mesa out here to Surprise. So not only the football team out here, but the band and fans as well.
The one thing you got to tip your cap to Mountain View's band. And, I mean, they can't come with big trailers, and they got big drums and a big band, and you can tell that they're very excited about it.
Great support from Toro Nation, and Mountain View head coach Mike Fell told us this will be their longest drive this season.
I'm sure it probably takes them longer to get here than it does in Tucson.
With all the traffic coming out here? Absolutely.
I think for anybody who doesn't live in Surprise, this is a long drive.
55 miles from the campus on Mountain View to Valley Vista. But,
yeah, but
it's the traffic that gets you.
Yeah, but they get to use the HOV lane, the school bus, those kind of things. They're the ones I get mad at when I'm in that left lane as they're zipping past me.
And you're thinking about squeezing over that HOV lane. But being the courteous,
law-abiding citizen,
law-abiding driver that you are.
Yes, I would not think of that.
Well, there's some hard hitting going on the field here.
Gotta love the physicality that these running backs for Valley Vista run with. Seeing all of them not afraid to lower their shoulder.
Nice pass there. Gomez finds the receiver. Singleton making the catch.
And I think that this is where you're going to see the improvement in both these teams. I think these young quarterbacks are going to continue to improve as the season goes along, and the better they get, the better these teams are going to become, because they both can run the football. Now, can they throw the football? Can they throw it consistently? That's going to be the thing that's going to make or break their season.
Two first-year quarterbacks. There'll be some growing pains here in the early games. Hand off Baquero. Tries to work it the other way, but he's met by a wideout. Mountain View's defense just waiting for the senior running back.
There's no easy runs for Baquero. I mean, every time he carries the ball, whether he gains no yards, 10 yards, 5 yards, he's taking shots from not one, but most likely 2 or 3 or 4 different guys.
2nd and 10, Monsoon from midfield. Gomez finds his receiver. Great job of keeping his feet. Chad Rolfe, big pickup of 30 yards for Valley Vista.
Well, those are the things. I mean, that's a big pass play that in the air is probably about an 8-yard pass. So a little bit of confidence, a little in and out route there, and break a tackle, and that's what can happen.
And great job there by Gomez getting the ball in the hands of his playmakers and let them make something happen. Gomez getting some momentum here with the Monsoon offense. 7:18 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray. Gomez was 1 of 6 at halftime. Starting to turn things around here in the second half. Takes a shot to the end zone here. Elijah's shoemate just not able to connect.
Well, and you can see Shoemate's frustration a little bit there. He's going to have to come along, too, with his quarterback, help build his quarterback up. You know, the one thing you want to be able to do when you throw a deep ball is you want to give your guy a chance to catch the football in the field of play.
And Shoemate's a terrific athlete as well for the Monsoon. Shoemate plays basketball. He does just about everything for the track team. Runs the 100-meter, 110 hurdles, 4x100 relay, 4x400 relay. Also went to state in long jump, where he went 21 feet 11 inches. So you can see why Josh Seacox wants to try to get Elijah Shoemate the ball.
Well, you could just tell, especially right now, this Monsoon offense cannot be drop back and throw the ball on every snap.
4th and 10. Another shot to the end zone. It's going to fall incomplete. Tate Allen going for the interception. Can't haul it in, but the Toros will take over on downs. Here is tonight's delivery of the game. Earlier tonight, one of Arizona's local sponsors, Red Devil Italian Restaurant, was happy to deliver some food to the Valley Vista cheer squad for all of their hard work. Our delivery of the game goes to Craig Lorman, Peyton Wilkinson, Aaron Collins, Christian Alvarado's cheer parents. The Red Devil delivery of the game. And there is Mountain View's Jeremy Holland with the scoop and score for the Toros in the first half.
I have to also add, there's a delivery of the game up to the press box, and I'm in love with Red Devil Pizza.
The goods they brought up here, Dale, I've not seen your eyes light up like that in a very long time.
You saw me get after that salad like no other.
The salad, not so much, but the lasagna, I saw you scarfing some of that down.
Chicken, some highfalutin chicken, something that was really good. Our staff guy over there, Mr. Nunez, just eating all game long. So we don't know if we have timeouts at the end of the second quarter or not.
Yeah, that room service delivery by
wow, very nice of them. Very
Red
nice.
Devil Italian Restaurants was absolutely fantastic, and we are excited to have them as one of our sponsors here for high school football. Game time on YurView this season, Arizona. Just over 6 minutes remaining here. Mountain View 31, Valley Vista 7. Toros have outscored the Monsoon 17-0 here in the second half.
I can tell you, I know it's in a losing cause, but I couldn't be more impressed with Trevion Hunter. He knew all week long what his assignment was going to be. It's one thing for a coach to come up with a game plan and say, this is what we're going to do, and I think my guy can do it. Give up 6 inches and come out and play one whale of a football game, and that's what Trevion Hunter has done tonight.
And he's been shadowing Jacoby Dinwiddie all night long, and Dinwiddie last season, 70 catches, over 1,000 yards receiving as a sophomore. And we mentioned he's got double-digit college offers and interest from some big-time schools, including Notre Dame, Washington, Washington State, Cal, Arizona State, University of Arizona, as you see his numbers on the night.
If I'm a defensive back, I take that 10 times I play Jacoby Dinwiddie, and I promise there are not going to be very many nights where he's held the less yardage than this.
Nice job there by Nunez to find his receiver, Tate Allen. Seems like Nunez and Tate Allen have found themselves a little comfort connection between those two.
Tate just finds a way to get open. He's there for his quarterback, sure hands, physical and tough. Boy, he looks and plays bigger than 5'11", 185. But then again, most Mountain View football players play bigger than the size they're listed.
And he shows that toughness from playing rugby. And speaking with him last week, asked him what he wants to do in his future. He wants to be a part of the FBI.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 4th down.
Again, Allen wants to get involved in the FBI. He said he just kind of enjoys the undercover stuff. That was a very interesting thing he wants to get involved with.
If you look at that last play, Mountain View breaks the huddle with 12 guys. That's an automatic 5-yard penalty. Looked like they were going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And now they're going to line up in punt formation, but looks like they need another guy out there. Again, one of these first game special teams issues that every team will go through.
And Kevin Ryan is back to punt, but we have another penalty.
On the offense. 4th down.
So the delay of game will push Mountain View back 5 yards, making it 4th and 15. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Nice punt there by Kevin Ryan. Mountain View's got to get their hands on it there, and they do. Downing the ball for the Toros, number 23, Clay Herbert. And the Valley Vista offense will take over from their own 24-yard line. As we now take a look at the Monsoon schedule for the rest of the season. Next week, they're at Skyline. That will be a tough matchup as they head to the East Valley for that one. You got to make the trip to Yuma to take on Cibola. Willow Canyon will be another big matchup for them, as will Westview. A couple of other schools that are on the west side along with Valley Vista.
I like the name Monsoon. I think that's a pretty cool nickname. I could get behind that.
Absolutely, especially out here in Arizona. We are in monsoon season now, but thankfully we didn't see one tonight.
Saw one last night.
Yes, I did too. Heard some loud thunder. Little storm coming through.
Yeah, there's so many names out there. Toros, I guess, is another one. You just don't, there's not another Toros out there. You know, if you're the Eagles.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
Mountain Lions. There's a lot of common names out there.
Monsoon.
That is a solid one. It's also a nickname that doesn't end with an S, which you don't see that often.
Never put that much thought into it, Chris. I just know what I like and I don't like.
Another nice run here this evening. We talked a lot about Ray Baquero, the featured tailback for Valley Vista, but Herman De Leon, he's shown he can get it done on the ground as well. 50 yards on the night, just over 7 yards a carry.
Nice to know you have somebody else that can carry the football, and they're almost mirror images of each other, size and toughness-wise.
And now they get it back to Baquero.
The ball carrier is across the 45.
Gives defenses another distraction, somebody you got to keep an eye on.
Baquero had a chance to meet him earlier in the week. Just a fun personality. Pound for pound, the strongest guy on the team, and he's able to do these push-ups where he pushes himself up off the ground, and he's able to clap his hands behind his back, and then he gets hands back down in front of him to catch himself before hitting the ground.
And not smash his face.
And not smash his face in. Great body control, and he's strong. He's a strong kid. Oh, almost a great interception there by Mountain View cornerback Antonio Ocampo. Lays out, but not able to hang on to it.
You see the arm talent with Tony Gomez. He's got as much arm strength as you need. Look at that nice tight spiral. You see the diving interception attempt. But I just think you're going to see tremendous improvement in him over the next couple weeks with touch passes, anticipating receivers, getting the ball out in front, leading receivers, and those kind of things.
Getting the ball away, completes it to Baquero. Wow. You thought they might have ruled the play dead as Talamontes had a good grip on him for the possible sack.
Again, that's what's confusing as a defender. You know, is he down? Is he not down?
Looks like he's in the grass.
You would think that most times that he is. So as a defender, you know, sometimes that's going to be called roughing the passer. So it's difficult to be a defender sometimes in this day and age.
And that's a couple times now that Talamontes has been able to get great pressure on the quarterback. You thought you might get rewarded with the sack there, but the officials didn't blow the whistle. Kept the play alive, and it was a big pickup for the Monsoon. Take another shot deep again. Elijah Shoemate just out of his reach.
That's why I'm talking about putting a little more air under the football, allowing your receivers to run underneath the ball and make a play. You'll learn that as this season goes along, because here's another opportunity down the field. Has plenty of arm strength, just needs to find that happy medium with a little bit of touch. But get back to Valley Vista, you know, just getting to meet Josh Seacock for the game, you can tell the energy the excitement that he brings to this program. He's happy to be here. You know, they're taking a step in the right direction. I think you'll see this team be a factor as the season goes along.
And Valley Vista is happy to have Seacoach here leading their program. And Josh has got an interesting connection, I thought, with you, Dale. His father, Roy, coached former Buffalo Bill and Pro Football Hall of Fame wide receiver Andre Reed in youth football and high school in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I know Andre Reed was drafted in the same NFL class as you, and a former teammate of yours with the Buffalo Bills.
And the same round. So we've known each other since 1985. He was a young snotty-nosed kid out of Kutztown State who I think people wondered if he'd ever be a factor in the National Football League. You could tell he had talent. I was a very mature rookie from Southern Methodist University. But no, we've been good friends since then. We saw each other at this last year's Super Bowl. So happy that his career went the way it did, and he made it into the Football Hall of Fame. And we were just talking in Houston that I don't think it will ever be touched, but 2 fourth-round picks by the same team. You know, I played 17 years, he played 17 years, that played 34 or more years combined. That's I think that's a record that might not be broken.
That is pretty impressive, the longevity between you two. And Josh's dad, Roy, is now a volunteer offensive line coach at Valley Vista. As we now take a look at the Mountain View schedule for the rest of the season. At Pinnacle, Mountain Point, Brophy, at Skyline, Red Mountain. Wow. Those are 5 games in a row in the middle of that schedule that are just going to be brutal.
Well, and again, you're talking about the second year of the program under Mike Fell. I think that, as he said in his little soundbite, he feels more comfortable having seen these teams play now and being around the Valley for a year. And I think Mountain View will be a team that's very much improved this season, too.
Rolling right, looking down the field, getting the completion is Tony Gomez to Chad Rolfe, the senior wide receiver.
Well, again, it's one of these things where I know Mountain View has some of their second teamers in and things like that, but at the same time, these are going to be confidence builders for a football team, as we talked about, that had a group that had not completed a pass or caught a pass at the varsity level coming in to this game.
Good look at Chad Rolfe, the wide receiver, showing some nice balance there on the sideline catch. He's also does the pole vault on the track team. Two-sport athlete. But Mountain View takes over on downs, and they will just kneel down here to try to run out the clock now with 1 minute remaining. Toros with the 31-7 lead over the Monsoon, as the clock will tick. Mountain View head coach Mike Fell has to like what he sees. Just coming away with the victory, the first game of the season. Always like to have that 1-0 record after week 1. And the clock will run down to 0 as both teams meet at midfield for the handshakes. And it's Mountain View getting the victory over Valley Vista. The final 31-7, and it was the Toros outscoring the Monsoon in the second half, 17-0. There's a good look at former Desert Mountain head coach and offensive line coach for Mountain View, Tony Tabor, Josh Seacoach, shaking hands now there with Mike Fell, Mountain View's head coach. Dale. All right, when we come back, we'll wrap up week 1 here in Game Time on YurView. National High School Football Game of the Week from Arizona. Mountain View getting the victory 31-7 over Valley Vista. Our final thoughts when we come back.
Hey, little man. I'm your new house. Come on in. This is gonna be great. Watch what we can do together. Lights. Ta-da! Locks. Not bad, huh? Oh, and this. I've been saving this for you. You take care of the universe, I'll take care of you.
Cox Home Life, home security and automation.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Every week, join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez for a Southwest adventure on Su Vida.
We're visiting the Arizona Cardinals training camp to kick off our new season.
And we both have dedicated fans.
And $1 million contracts.
What?
This week on Su Vida.
Watch Su Vida every Sunday and Wednesday only on YurView and YurView.com.
What makes EVIT better than other schools is that it's very hands-on, and the teachers, you can tell they really want to teach. They love teaching their students. The people who work here really care about what they're doing.
The YurView Game of the Week is sponsored locally by Sanderson Ford. The best play is at Sanderson Ford. By Jack in the Box. Check out our $3.99 Big Chicken Sandwich. AAI. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. By Red Devil Italian Restaurant. Family owned since 1960. Circle K. It's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. By Valle Luna. Proud sponsor of student athletes in Arizona. Phoenix Children's Hospital. Arizona's best children's hospital. And by Takis. Face the intensity.
Welcome back to Surprise Arizona. Our final stats here in our season opener. Mountain View beating Valley Vista by a score of 31-7. As we take a look at our final stats, Dale.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at them, and basically you look at those third quarter yards. Total domination by Mountain View, who dominated first and third quarters, and Valley Vista was not able to mount much of a battle there in the fourth quarter, other than showing physical toughness.
And it was the Toros outscoring the Monsoon 17-0 in the second half. Let's now take a look at the player of the game for tonight. And that would be the quarterback for Mountain View, Brandon Nunez, in his first career start.
Did a nice job, again, when you have weapons like Dinwiddie, and we talked about them being able to run the ball, spread the ball around the field, you know, Tate Allen, Devin White, those kind of weapons, and he took advantage of them. Nice job by him tonight.
And let's now send it down to the field. And Sydney Carriel, who is standing by with Mountain View head coach Mike Fell. Sydney?
Thanks, guys. Coach, first one of the season, how does it feel?
You know, I was really glad of the way we came out that second half, because first half, you know, we should have been up a little better. We gave them a touchdown. And second half, we talked about just pounding it down them a little bit. And we got after that second half, and that was a nice way to go.
Oh, definitely. So this was your 200th career win.
Oh, yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels like I'm getting old. I always wanted to win 200 before I lost 100. So I accomplished that. Guys like Tate Allen make it real easy, you know, and that's a great win for Mountain View today.
Tate, so you helped shut down the Toro defense tonight. What do you think you guys did to do that?
I think it took a lot of preparation. You know, past couple weeks we went through a lot of film and everything, and we looked at their type of offense. They ran doubles, trips. You know, we just went over that, and we knew every single play they would run, and nothing was different when we came out on the field, and we knew it, and we just shut them down. We played well.
It helps that Tate's real mean, and he likes to hit.
Not really. Just kidding.
Well, coming off the first one of the season, what are your goals for the rest of the season coming up?
We're just going to keep going. We're not going to stop, and we're just going to try to win everything, you know, so we're going to get it done.
Well, thank you guys. Good luck next week against Corona del Sol, and back to Chris and Dale.
All right, good deal.
Thank you so much, Sydney, Mike, and Tate. A happy, victorious Mountain View team. Step aside for another quick break. When we come back, we'll find the final touches on this one, our season opener. Mountain View getting the victory over Valley Vista 31-7. We'll be right back.
Hey, little man. I'm your new house. Come on in. This is gonna be great. Watch what we can do together. Lights. Ta-da! Locks. Not bad, huh? Oh, and this. I've been saving this for you. You take care of the universe, I'll take care of you.
Cox Home Life, home security and automation.
Are you talkies enough?
Capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik. R-E-E-Y.
Whoops.
Talkies. Taste the fury of our flavors and face the intensity.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is brought to you by Takis. Face the intensity. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation all fall long, only on YurView.
Welcome back, everybody. As we now take a look at the YurView Arizona schedule for this season. Next week, Desert Vista at Basha. Higley at Saguaro. That's going to be huge for a matchup, Dale. And at St. Thomas Aquinas, big-time school out of Florida at Centennial. We got some attractive matchups here.
Got some very attractive matchups with a lot of the games on Friday nights. The local ones, we get to do a Hamilton-Chandler game at the end of the season. One of those rivalry games that if you haven't ever been to one, you'd really enjoy.
The battle on Arizona Avenue. It's always a good one. All right, we're going to step aside one more time. When we come back, the final touches. Mountain View getting the victory over Valley Vista 31-7. You're watching Game Time on YurView. The National High School Football Game of the Week from Arizona. We'll be right back.
Looking for a real good time? Come to Red Devil, where old traditions become new. Whether it's a special occasion or a night out on the town, Red Devil will meet all your dine-in and take-out needs at a price that's hard to beat. Red Devil, starting a new tradition.
Game Time on YurView. John Curtis at Landry Walker, live Thursday night. Check local listings or YurView.com for game times.
Welcome back to Surprise, Arizona. It's the Mountain View Toros beating the Valley Vista Monsoon by a score of 31-7. Dale, your thoughts on what you saw here tonight and what to look for on these two teams moving forward the rest of the season?
Well, you listen to, their head coach, Mike Fell, talk, and yes, you want to get the win. I, too, like the way they came out in the second half. They kind of imposed their will on this Valley Vista team. I guess the one thing I take issue with is, all these Mountain View kids. Tate Allen looks like a really nice, polite, well-spoken kid, but he's mean, too. I don't like that. I don't like when you're all those in one person, but congratulations, Mountain View. I think if you're Valley Vista, it's a start. As you look at this team and all your skill guys are coming into a game that haven't caught a pass or thrown a pass or completed a pass, I think there's so much room for growth that I think you can see some things you can be excited about. But this will come as the season goes along.
Well, be sure to tune in next Thursday night on your local YurView station or online at YurView.com when game time comes at you from the state of Louisiana. 2 teams ranked in the Max Preps Top 100. John Curtis Christian from River Edge and Landry Walker out of New Orleans tee it up for bragging rights in the Bayou Country. Tune in at 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Pacific for all of the action. And don't forget, you can always watch on YurView.com. Well, special thanks to our entire crew here this evening at Valley Vista High School. It is the Mountain View Toros getting the victory over the Valley Vista Monsoon for a final score of 31-7 in our season opener of the 2017 season. And I want to say thanks for our sideline reporter, Sydney Curiel, and for my partner, Dale Hellestray, and for our producer, Rich Reed, and director, Pete Gordon. I am Chris Harris, saying so long from Surprise, Arizona. You've been watching Game Time on YurView, our National High School Football Game of the Week from Arizona. Good night, everybody.